Welcome in Phantom to Jappy.
Alright, who's ready for some video games? What's up, Togepi? Welcome in. Good to see you. You're here early today, in time to start a new story. We're going to be starting Turnabout Revolution. looks like it's going to be a long one, so I'm excited to see what happens. I assume we're going to be back over with Phoenix, so that'll be cool. And I hope Maya doesn't get any more trouble. But, I mean, she's got a track record, so we'll see about that, huh? All right. But yeah, since we don't have anything to go over from last week, though, we can just go ahead and get right on into it, shall we? Episode 5.
Good people of Kurai, we can't allow things to go on like this. The Defense Culpability Act has done nothing but produce countless victims of wrongful convictions. The time to act is now, for we, the Defiant Dragons, have obtained the ultimate weapon, the Founder's Orb.
Ultimate weapon.
And to the Garenian regime, make no mistake about it, I will personally dethrone you. A dragon never yields, nor will he rest until his revolution is complete.
Oh, and then we're all the way back over here in Japanifornia. Okay. Just watching Final Fantasy VIII speedrun and saw the notification. Oh, sweet. Sounds good. Hell yeah. Hopefully that speedrun was going well. All right, May 16th, 11 a.m. Write Anything Agency. Oh.
And this concludes our report on the recent television hijacking incident in Kahrain. But really, who could have anticipated such a surprising turn of events?
Did you hear that, Polly? Someone hijacked the airwaves over there. It's like something out of a movie. Apollo?
Yeah. Dirk, what are you up to this time?
Wait a second. Do you know the TV hijacker or something, Apollo?
You could say that. But it was a long time ago.
And why do you know someone like that? I mean, they're calling him an insurgent.
Yeah, about that. Oh, who's talking? Hey now, is that a way you talk about the man who raised you? Oh, is it gonna be Dirk? Hey, is that the way you talk about the man who raised you? Huh? Is Dirk gonna be here, dude? Oh, he is, dude. What the hell? Where are all these people? Like, how are they just teleporting around, dude? And this whole time, Phoenix and Maya are still in Kahrain, or what? I don't know, maybe this will actually take place over here, just with these characters. That could be interesting. Hey there, Apollo. Long time no see. How have you been, son?
It's that guy that was on TV.
Guilty as charged. Surprised to see me, Apollo? I just beamed in from Kahrain, and boy, are my arms tired. He just beamed. Yeah, he definitely did just seem to beam in, I'll tell you that. I was surprised. He came through the TV. Yeah, definitely, dude. This can't be happening. I must be dreaming, or hallucinating, or both.
No, you're not, Apollo. It's that TV hijacker / insurgent in the flesh.
Oh, come on. Voice mod switch. There we go. I'm so confused.
Mr. Hijacker, sir? I have so many questions. I don't even know where to begin. But let's start with that bit about the man who raised you.
Wait, don't tell me you haven't told anyone about me, son. It's okay to brag about it. Tell everyone your old man's me, the rebel Dirk. I mean, my face is all over TV these days. I'm practically a celebrity. Trucy, what do you say we close up early today?
What? Why?
Ah, come on, son. No need for the cold shoulder. I know I'm going to regret this, but... What do you want, Dirk? You just show up here without warning after all this time? What gives? I came all this way to see you, son. Come rejoice. Right. Why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? Well, okay, so maybe there's a little something I need your help with too, but... The fact is I came here to see you. That's the honest truth. Yes, I think we've established that. Figures. I haven't seen him in 10 plus years. He's already asking for a favor. He really is a rebel in the purest sense. He just does whatever he pleases.
Come on, Polly. I need details. Inquiring minds want to know.
Okay. Hold your horses. First, I've got a few questions of my own. Okay, now we're talking to Dirk. We're gonna ask Dirk about Dirk. Pleased to meet you, little lady. My name is Dirk Sadmati. Oh, he's a Sadmati. Huh. Interesting. I'm, well, a rebel by trade.
A rebel? But on TV they were calling you an insurgent. So which is it? Personally, I vote for a rebel with a cause. A real headache for anyone in your way.
Trucy. You got me there. I'm the head of a resistance group. The Defiant Dragons. We're like the good, the bad, and the ugly, but without the good part. In Kaurain, I'm like the boogeyman. A tall tale parents use to spook their kids straight.
That's too bad. You seem like you'd be a fun, cool guy to hang out with.
This little lady's a real catch, son. I'm talking bride material, if you get my drift.
Wait, what? Oh, stop it. You're embarrassing me, Dad.
She's a plucky one, all right. Someone pluck me out of my misery.
Now, about that man who raised you business.
Okay, foster father. What is that all about?
What did Mr. Dirk mean when he said that he's the man who raised you, Apollo?
The truth is, I grew up in the kingdom of Kaurain. Did I, never mention that? No. Never once did he mention that.
Oh, so you grew up in Kaurain? Wait, are you saying you're not from around here, Polly?
No, it's just I was raised in Kaurain when I was really little.
Still, that's a shocker. It's like I hardly know anything about you.
Yeah, it's like we all hardly know anything about Apollo.
How come you never told me?
Apollo, you really haven't said a word about your past, have you? What? That I was raised by a wanted criminal? It's like a bad joke.
It does sound rather melodramatic. I doubt anyone would even believe you.
Yeah, Trucy speaking for the audience here. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, and if only Dirk knew. Yeah, I missed that comment. Yeah, absolutely.
So, you two haven't seen each other in a while, huh?
You could say that. I'd wager it's been at least 10 years.
Wow. That's a really long time.
Yeah, well, I figured he'd forgotten about me. Not a chance. It's just, well... Starting a revolution takes time, and keeping it going even more so. And being a wanted man, I couldn't just hop on a plane and come say hello. I get it. It's fine. Though, truth be told, it's weird having Dirk suddenly show up acting all paternal. I'd even almost forgotten about Karain. No, that's not true. I probably tried to forget about it on purpose. Oh, I forgot we saw that photo. We've already seen that.
Now then, Mr. Dirk, what is it we can help you with?
Request. What is it you would like, Daddy? I need to get my hands on the Founder's Orb, the most sacred treasure of Karain. That's where you come in.
The Founder's Orb? Wait, but didn't you say you already have it in the broadcast of yours?
Don't go believing everything you see on TV, little lady. No one's seen hide nor hair of the Founder's Orb for some time.
No way! So that was just a bluff? What are you going to do if you don't find it?
I don't know. Guess that just means we have to find it, son. Because I can't really back down now, can I?
Different year, same old Dirk. It's all coming back to me now. Hold on. I think I read something about this in the newspaper a while back. Something about you guys stealing a sacred treasure from a temple's treasure room.
That's a load of crock. We didn't lay a finger on the orb.
Really?
Yes. Baseless allegations, all of it. Our enemy has really found a way to keep us on our toes.
Ooh, so it's like a setup.
That's the long and short of it. However, my compatriot has been hot on the orb's trail. And just the other day, his hard work finally paid off. We now know the Founder's Orb is in Karain Village.
Ah, it's all tying back to Maya's hometown, huh? Karain Village?
Yes. I hear there are spirit mediums there. They even have direct relations with Karain.
Spirit mediums. Right.
Some doctor of archaeology there supposedly has the orb. His name is Archie Buff. My Defiant Dragon compatriot has already made contact with him. Apparently, someone asked the doctor to study the orb.
So whoever asked him to do that is the real thief?
Most likely.
And you think this guy will just hand the orb over to you?
My compatriot, Dats, says Mr. Buff has already promised to do so. Seems he knew it had been stolen and wanted to do the right thing.
Dats. I remember running around with him when I was a kid. So he's here too, huh?
Apollo, I want you to be present as my lawyer when I take possession of the orb. Would you do that for me?
I don't know. Apollo seems like he's feeling a nope here. I don't know, let's just do a little save here. Save state and slot 1. Boom. We're gonna try a nope. I feel like we have to say fine, but we're gonna try nope. Nope. I haven't seen you in years, and you waltz in here asking for a favor? You have a lot of nerve, you know. Of course we'll help you, right, Apollo? Wait, Trucy. Oh, come on. It's not like you have any work anyway. Besides, we're talking about rebels and legendary treasure here. It'll be fun. Why is she always into the things I'm not? Fine. But I'll charge my standard fee. Now tell me about the Founder's Orb. Okay, interesting. I'm glad I picked nope. Yeah, it does seem like the more realistic response. Yeah, I agree. The Founder's Orb. Tell me about it, Father. If I remember correctly, the Founder is always depicted as a faceless spirit medium. What do you mean, faceless?
He has no face, Trucy. Images of the founder, the Holy Mother of Kharain, never show her face. She has no face. To depict it is to commit the greatest taboo in Kharainism. The greatest taboo, huh? I wonder why. I mean, what could she have looked like to make them hide her face like that? Was she ugly or something? As for the Founder's Orb, it was discovered during an excavation 8 years ago, and has an interesting legend that goes along with it. It said that there's a riddle to the orb, and that any who can solve it will receive immense spiritual power from the Founder herself. Sounds like one big fairy tale to me. In any case, it's just what us Defiant Dragons need to get our revolution started. With it, we can gain the spiritual power and thus the legal authority to rule Kharain. Wait, suppose I believe this legend, then anyone could become king or queen? And that's why you think it'll help you overthrow the Garanj regime? Only the rulers of Kharain have ever laid eyes on the orb, Apollo. A legendary treasure that bestows immense spiritual power. Doesn't that sound like something you'd want to see with your own 2 eyes? That does sound just a tiny bit intriguing. Founder's Orb, a national treasure of the Kingdom of Kharain. None but those in the royal family have laid eyes upon it. And that should just about cover everything. Any other questions? That's everything? Not right now. I almost forgot. I brought you a present. Eat up, son. Sushi? I figured you probably couldn't afford 3 square meals a day, so...
Yay! I was just thinking it was time for lunch.
You dig in too, little lady. After all, we're practically family, right?
Thanks, Dad. Oh, that tuna looks good. Chomp, nom nom nom.
This salmon sushi's got my name on it. Chomp, chew, chew, chew. Aren't you hungry, son? This is some of the best sushi you'll ever have. I'm good. No, oh, well, okay then. Actually, I have one more present for you. Here. What's this? A picture of your father. It's been 23 years since he passed away. Huh? This is my father? His name is Jove Justice. Jove? I haven't talked to you about your real father in some time, but as you know, he was a musician, a wandering minstrel, if you will, and a talented one at that. Why are you giving this to me now? I thought it was sad you didn't know what your old man looked like. I searched high and low to find that one picture.
What's wrong, Apollo? Don't you want it?
I don't know. I mean, it's not like I ever met the guy. Well, I went through all the trouble of finding it, so go on, take it. And don't ever let it go, you hear? Photo of my father, a picture of my biological father, Jove Justice, who died in Kharain. Well, now that our bellies are full, what do you say we hit the road? 1 second. Hey, Trucy, any idea where Athena is?
She left early this morning to pick up Daddy from the airport.
How sweet. Is Maya gonna be here too? I mean, she better be, because this is like her hometown we're talking about. She's probably involved with that. Oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Wright is coming back today.
Yeah, but I wonder why he cut his trip short like that.
Probably tired of getting into trouble and almost going to prison. They're actually dying, right? They were gonna kill him.
Anyway, shouldn't they have been back by now?
Knowing Athena, she probably got lost.
Well, there's no point in sitting around here waiting. Let's get going. I can't wait to see that super mysterious treasure.
To Crane Village, then. The Founder's Orb awaits. I guess maybe Phoenix and Maya will already be there. So nothing more to talk about, right? Yeah. Let's move. Yeah, almost being killed twice takes a toll on a person, exactly. Yeah, it would, dude. I believe it. Oh, look at this familiar picture, dude. It's been so long. I love it. The big rock. It's great. May 16th. Crane Village. So this is Kurain, the mystical village of spirit channeling. And where ancient traditions come alive. Looks like a really peaceful place. Is Pearl's gonna be here? Ah, I love the air here. Nothing beats the mountains, huh, Apollo? Come to think of it, we used to live way up in the mountains too, just like this. Sure brings back memories. Those were the days, the three of us living happily in peace.
I still can't wrap my mind around it all, you know. That Mr. Dirk is not only Polly's daddy, but Prosecutor Sadmati's as well. And the way you two talked about it like it was nothing the whole bus ride here.
I guess it is a lot to take in.
So tell me, Mr. Dirk, what was Apollo like as a kid?
Oh, he was full of piss and vinegar, he was. A real rascal. He and Nayuta used to run around in the open fields, naked as jaybirds. I've even got pictures of him posing in his birthday suit. You don't want to talk about that, Dirk. Whoa, Dirk!
No way! Prosecutor Sadmati used to be like that too?
The two of them would end up with leeches on their butts and cry like babies. Dirk!
Don't you think you've said enough?
Ah, you're no fun.
Yeah, I wanted to hear more about the misadventures of Polly. Hey, what are you people doing here?
Is it gonna be Pearls, dude? Oh, damn. It's Emma.
What are you people doing here?
Emma? You know this lady, son?
Yeah, this is Emma Sky. She's a detective.
Technically speaking, I'm a forensics expert, and I'll let it slide. Anyway, I can't say I'm surprised to see you here. You always seem to pop up whenever there's trouble afoot.
Oh, what happened?
Still, what are the odds of running into you here in the boonies?
By trouble, you mean you're investigating a case?
Does it look like I'm here to sightsee? I have my forensics thing on. Wait, don't tell me. You're not here to see Dr. Buff, are you?
Huh? How'd you know that? We're actually on our way to meet with him right now.
Figures. Well, follow me. I'll show you the way.
Really?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, son. Just follow the nice lady. Okay. Move. The doctor's study. That's where we're going. I'll show you the thing, even though it's just a word.
Oh, look at that. That's cool. I feel like that robot in the background looks familiar for some reason. Pretty cool. I like this area. May 16th, Kurain Village, Doctor's Study. So this is Dr. Buff's study. Wow, look at all those books. The shelves go from the floor to the ceiling. It's like a library in here.
Yes, and lots of artifacts, too. A true archaeologist's paradise. Look, son, there are so many relics they're spilling onto the floor. What a delightfully amusing room. Aw, no, though. Look, look at that. All I see is a mess. And what's with that white outline? What, somebody die here or something? Emma? Where's the doctor?
Well, the thing is, he died last night.
Aw, jeez. Wait, what?
It seems an avalanche of books knocked him off his bookshelf ladder. We're labeling it an accidental death.
What? Please tell me you're joking.
As if I'd come all the way out here for a few laughs, Apollo.
Yeah, I guess not. A scholar killed by his own books. Oh man, what do we do now? I mean, how can he transfer ownership of the orb to you if he's dead? Yes, that is a problem. Well, I think I know how, because Maya's coming home. Emma, can you please tell us exactly what happened? Tell us, Emma, please! The doctor's death. Have you got an autopsy report? So the doctor died in an accident?
I received a call this morning saying Dr. Buff had been found dead under a pile of books.
This morning? Talk about bad timing. You mentioned that he had fallen off a ladder.
Right. We believe he fell from the top of that big ladder there. Apparently, he triggered an avalanche of books while fumbling to reach one. And that sent him headlong on a fatal fall onto the hard floor.
Scary, dude. Gotta have a harness for that.
How sad. Killed by his own books. But at least he was doing something he loved.
For a scholar, I suppose it's kind of like a soldier being killed in the line of duty. You could say he died an honorable death. I mean, maybe, I guess so. Sure. Emma, who was the first one to discover the body?
About that. Whoever it was, it seems they wanted to remain anonymous.
What?
It happens now and then. Some people would rather not get involved with the police.
I can relate to that. Yeah, being a wanted man and all. What now, Dirk? A dead man can't exactly hand over the orb. We'll just have to find it. It must be around here somewhere. Just to fill you in, Emma, we're actually here to get something. Talk to her about the Founder's Orb. Pops here had an agreement with the doctor. The doctor was supposed to hand over a sacred relic known as the Founder's Orb. But Pops? Is she calling me Dad? Hello, Chirin.
Cat.
Fine day to you, Crispy. How are you?
Oh, I see. That could be a problem, considering he's dead. Do you have a plan B?
I have an agreement in writing. Like a patriot, Dad should have it.
Well, there shouldn't be any problems then. So who is this gentleman you're escorting? He's so handsome.
Well, it's kind of my dad. Oh, right. I haven't introduced you yet. This is Dirk. He's from the Kingdom of Karain.
All the way from Karain, huh? So what do you do here? Or what do you do there?
I used to practice law, but I'm taking a break from all that. I'm focused now on making Karain a better place through volunteer work.
Volunteer work, huh? How interesting.
Well, it's not technically a lie.
So, how do you two know each other?
Oh, he's sort of my foster father.
Coming in? Yeah, and he's Prosecutor Sadmati's real father, too. What? You mean you and Prosecutor Sadmati? I'm so sorry. It seems you've had quite a life.
Yes, she's put a few things together.
Actually, Dirk, you look kind of familiar. Have we met before?
Not that I recall. Great, she must have seen that news report on TV. It will really complicate things if she figures out he's a wanted man.
There are lots of guys who look like him.
Sure you're not mistaking him for someone else?
Are there, really? I mean, a middle-aged man with long hair and an eye patch? You don't see that every day.
Well, I'm sure you're just imagining things.
So what does a sacred relic you're searching for look like? I mean, there's lots of stuff in here that's old and relic-y.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I have no idea what it actually looks like.
So then, how are we supposed to find it?
That I do not know either. We'll just have to go through each candidate one by one.
Great plan of attack there, Dirk.
Well, Emma, do you mind if we give this room a once-over?
I guess not. But in exchange, you're going to help me with my investigation.
Sure, it can't hurt.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. It'll be like hunting for buried treasure.
So this is kind of interesting. If it really was an accident, I feel like it's got to end up being a murder, right? Or this isn't the main murder of this whole case, or death, I guess I should say, not murder. Gonna examine now. Gotta take a little look at stuff like this guy. Is this a bird? It looks like an airplane to me. No, there couldn't have been any planes back when this was made. Yes. It has wings and both horizontal and vertical stabilizers. That makes it an airplane. So it's definitely it's definitely a bird. Open your eyes, son. As a lawyer, your job is to see the true nature of things.
I still say it's a bird.
Could this be the Founder's Orb? The doctor fell from the top of that ladder. Oh, that's what I'm looking at? Okay, I thought I was looking at the globe thing. From that height, a fall onto a hard surface would probably kill anyone. I don't know why anyone would want to climb that high in the first place.
Guess you could say he climbed it all the way to heaven.
Nice one, Trucy. Maybe a little morbid. This PC is password protected. Trucy, you think your magic can do something about this?
I don't think it can override a password. Now, a locked desk? That I could get into, like yours back at the office, Polly. That's where I found your magazines.
Yikes, I better watch what I put in there.
What? Do you put weird stuff in your desk? Stuff you don't want anyone else to see?
Jeez, are you a mind reader too?
No, but unlocking your thoughts is a cinch.
There's a pair of glasses on this little pyramid here.
They belong to the doctor. Scientifically speaking, they appear to be your ordinary run-of-the-mill glasses. I guess they don't pique your interest. Well, I guess they don't pique her interest, scientifically speaking.
That's a good line. Too bad I flubbed it. That's an interesting jacket. It's a two-tone raincoat. Still a bit damp. I think someone might have worn it recently. There are a few pairs of shoes here. I guess there must be an entrance on this floor too.
Yeah, there's a back door over that way, but it's usually locked from what I can tell. The visitor's entrance is up that spiral staircase.
That's the way we came in.
We got everything on this side of the room. Oh, some here.
Oh, it's the body. With the outline, I mean. So this is where Dr. Buff died.
Poor man. He fell right on his head and probably died almost instantly.
I see some blood on the book there, but what's that dark stain?
It appears to be coffee. It's still damp, so it must have gotten on there recently. Perhaps even last night.
That's a mighty big window he's next to. Big enough for someone to see inside.
Exactly. That's how the local resident who reported his death found him to begin with. The doctor's body was visible from outside the window.
A lot of death in this Japaniverse. Yeah, like always where we are, there's always a dead body. And it's like they don't even seem like they're that surprised this time. It's like, oh, okay, he's dead. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, hopefully we can still get what we want. It's like, dude, that dude just died in here this morning.
And a passerby called in earlier this morning to report what they found.
So you mean this case is still only a few hours old? I don't know why I'm yawning. I just had some coffee. What the hell? Probably need to stand up. That explains why your investigation is just getting underway. Study photo added to the court record. Study photo. The doctor fell, hit his head on the floor, and died. There are blood and coffee stains on one of the books. Assume the coffee stain's gonna matter at some point. Is there any soba nearby? Go to that wet noodle. Wet noodle. Study diagram. A diagram of the doctor's study. Note the bookcase. Large window and second floor area. Okay, what's this? Is this another chalk thing? Something very oddly shaped died here. There's an animal drawing on the floor. They look like those famous geoglyph things. Yeah, they do. They remind me of the chalk outlines detectives draw around bodies. And the doctor's has just joined them. Now that's what I call a dedication to one's field. I don't think it was on purpose. There's some sort of machinery inside this clay figure. Oh, it's the thing above it. Whoa, it's moving!
Exterminate! Exterminate! Destroy all targets.
Scrape, grind. I can't make those noises. Do I even want to know what this thing is for? It's a Dalek, dude. It's a reference to Doctor Who, bro. What a huge window. I bet you can see this entire study from outside. How could he concentrate in here? I'd feel so exposed. Well, he does have a bookshelf positioned for some privacy around the desk. Hey, look at this side of the room. You got here. Oh, we've already looked at that. There's a brown stain on this scroll. Why does it smell like gravy? Oh, we know that scroll. That's from a previous case. Why would there be a gravy stain on it? Who knows? But it looks like it's meant to be there. Maybe the artist was trying to inspire a gravy new trend. Food splatter art. That pun wounded me. Gravyly, Dirk. Gravyly? Am I even saying that right? How else would you say it? Look at this little guy. A coffee maker and a bunch of coffee cups. Oh, I was looking at the little dinosaur though. He must have taken his coffee breaks here. Oh, there's a filter with old coffee grounds in here. Guess I better clean this up. What are you doing there, son?
Ah!
What am I doing cleaning this office?
Don't tell me they have you on coffee duty back at your office. No. It's just, if I don't keep the place clean, no one will. Look, it's one of the doctor's notebooks. Maybe there's something about the orb in there. It's a photo of the treasure box, the one from Temple's treasure room. Mitama motif from Karain founding period. When dragon and tiger battled, the founder offers divine protection. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Descending upon us in all her glory, the founder bestows the greatest power. The greatest power known. They had to fit that extra little word in there. What's that on the right page? It looks like a poem or something. Let's see. Oh, it's the song that's performed during the Dance of Devotion. It's been sung during Kariani's rites of offering since ancient times. Oh, I think I've heard that. I think I've heard of that. There's also a legend associated with the song. Some say the solution to the orb's riddle is contained therein. It's in a song everyone in Karain knows? Not much of a way to keep it secret.
It's called hiding secrets in plain sight, Polly. Us magicians know all about that.
Huh. That's strange. What is? Dr. Buff's notes contain the second half of the song. Only the first half is sung during the Dance of Devotion. Most people haven't even heard of the second half. The second half? As in the part that begins, offer thy prayers? I'm impressed. That's some thorough research he was conducting. Research notes added to the court record. Research notes on the Song of Ceremony in the box containing the founder's orb. What a huge wall relief. It seems to depict a spirit channeling. Hey, this spirit medium looks like the Holy Mother of Karain. Yeah, her face was left blank, and the rest is clearly detailed and well crafted. Did you know some researchers claim that the Holy Mother had 3 eyes? And that her third eye was able to divine the truth, just like the gods above. It is said to be on her forehead. Like you said, you shouldn't believe everything you hear. We remember this from a previous case. It's a golden statue. Looks pretty old, too. Imagine it was great archaeological value. Maybe too great for a private researcher of Dr. Buff's caliber. I wonder how he got his hands on something like this. Yeah, how'd this end up here? Just so we could reference it, you know? It's a spiral staircase. And it's connected to a hallway up there. Why'd they have a place... Why'd they have to place the second floor so high up?
Wait, you're not afraid of heights, are you?
Oh, well...
Oh, Polly's hilarious around high places. He gets all wobbly like a baby deer taking his first steps. And his face turns all green as a watermelon.
It's not nice to make fun of people's phobias, you know. Come to think of it, the visitor's entrance is on the second floor. What an odd layout for a house.
Amy,
Why is someone's name written on here? Must be the founder's name, right?
Maybe it's so if it ever got lost, someone could return it to its owner. You know, like how school kids put their names on things.
Yeah, but this is just an urn, and the name is written so big.
Well, I wrote my name on my magic panties. It says WRIGHT in super big letters.
The less said about this, the better. That's one big suitcase. It's locked. Is it the doctor's?
No, someone left it here last night.
So the doctor might have had a visitor? But how can you tell?
That sticker there, you only see those on airport luggage. Which means its owner is likely from overseas.
Is there any way to figure out who it belongs to? Not unless we can open it to see what's inside. I guess not. Who's this?
That's because you're not me. Emma Sky, forensics expert extraordinaire.
Oh, she was the one hee and ha ha. Oh, okay. That's random.
Try as you might, you won't find a word impossible in my forensics handbook.
Yeah. Is she okay, son? It's like she became an entirely different person. No, that's just what happens when her forensic switch gets flipped.
With this, identifying the suitcase's owner will be as easy as pie.
Is that fingerprint powder?
That's right. And there's no better time than the present to use it. Here we go. You remember how to do this, right?
I apply the powder to where I think some prints might be and blow any excess off.
Exactly. Well, have at it.
Now where would I expect to find prints on a suitcase? Probably around the handle. Nothing around this handle? I want to dust. Why is it not dusting? Dust. Oh, I'm out of dust and I got blue. Good job, Wookie. You alright, buddy? Nothing, dude? Okay, we got dust bag. Is that a fingerprint? Hey, Wookie. What's up, buddy? Oh, there's more. How do I look closer at that? Oh, I analyze, I guess. Analyze.
This one isn't clear enough for a match.
Where else could someone leave prints behind? Think, son. How might someone handle a suitcase? Start by considering what you do with them. Well, besides being wheeled or carried, they can be opened and closed. So I should look for prints that would be left at those times. Alright, so that one is not good enough. I'll go like hand blow.
Oh, come on. There we go. Whew. What would be open and closed? Wouldn't it be like right here? Maybe just right in the middle. Just do a big old handprint in the middle. What about on these things? It's like a latch. Nothing on that one. You must have latched it though, right? I mean, come on, you gotta put them on that. Dust it up, honey. Nothing. Hey, what's up, Loki? Maybe here? I think the handle might be the only place, guys. I'm getting tired of making that noise. I'm just gonna quit. How is that not clear enough? That one looks clear enough. Is it clear enough, she says. Carry on, that can be opened and closed. I feel like the open and close is the clue. I guess I just gotta keep trying around the rim here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Dust it. Blue Badger. Oh yeah, the music is there saying. Or did we dust the Blue Badger? I don't remember if that's what you're saying. Go around this side. Oh, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. Try that. Hey, Emma, I've got a pretty clear print here.
Okay, now let me know who you think it could belong to.
Who could it be? It would have to be someone who would have paid Dr. Buff a visit. Now we gotta pick the matching one. The child's handprint. Just but a wee lad. It's Pearls. Yeah, it'd be cool if it was Pearls. I mean, if it's a bad guy, it's not cool if it's Pearls, but I just want Pearls to show up.
Well, our little precious Pearl.
It's definitely Dats. It's definitely Dats. It's the only one that even makes sense, too. That's a reball coming at you. Boop.
100% match.
Got him. Dats has already been here, huh? So Dats is gonna. Dats didn't kill him, though, right? Dats wouldn't do that. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be an accident, so no one's saying that yet.
We have a match.
Dats. Come to think of it, he did stop by to see the doctor, didn't he? To conclude the orb transfer agreement. So he's the one who forgot the suitcase here. Where do you suppose he is now? I haven't heard from him in a while, and he's not answering his phone.
Wait, you didn't think he... You don't think he left his phone inside his suitcase, do you?
I wouldn't put it past the knucklehead.
Actually, I think we may have run into him earlier.
Really?
A suspicious man had been reported in the area. But when one of my officers approached to question him, he took off like a shot.
What? Sorry about that. Karinese people aren't all like him, I swear.
Well, he's probably still in the village somewhere.
Maybe he knows something about the orb.
Maybe he took it. He stole it.
Maybe. Seems the orb isn't here. That means Dats might be our only lead at this point. Detective Sky said he might still be here in the village. We should try to find him. Okay. Anything else we can talk to Emma about? No? Okay. Anything we can present her with? See what she says about that.
Scientifically speaking, ancient relics are highly fascinating.
Why is that?
Because of all the tests I can run, CT scans, electron microscopy, chemical analysis. The list goes on and on. If you ever do find one, you'd better bring it to me straight away.
Can I count on getting it back intact?
We'll see. Scientific advances don't come without sacrifices, you know.
I know someone who won't be seeing the orb anytime soon.
Show her the picture of my father. What do you think? You sure like to shove things in people's faces, don't you? I don't care about your dad.
What about you? You're always dusting around for prints.
That's my job.
Well, it's not like I'm presenting evidence for the fun of it either.
Really? Because it sure seems like you enjoy it, Apollo.
Right back at you, Emma.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's move back to the village.
Pearly, where are you?
You gotta be hanging around somewhere, right? Good day to you, citizens of Kurain Village. Who is this? My name is Paul Addishon? Paul Addishon. Paul Addishon. I'm always already trying to find the pun and everything. I don't really see it in that one yet. My name is Paul Addishon, and I want your vote. Wow, that's really loud. Is he in like a... Maybe I should use the radio voice for that. Maybe he's going like an intercom or something.
Look, something's coming this way.
Let's see, I'll put it in the radio voice.
Paul Adishon, savior of Kurain, has come to... Ah, it's you people!
Apollo, what is that strange conveyance coming this way? Conveyance? The hell is this? Yeah, plankins. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's one of those. Oh, what do you call them? Plankins? Who is this? So, you finally left Dr. Buff's house. What were you doing in there? What a bunch of shady-looking characters. And you aren't? So I take it you knew the doctor. What a foolish question. I've memorized the names and faces of the entire electorate here in Kurain. After all, I'm the man who's destined to be king of this fine nation someday. Who are you? And what do you mean king? Ignorant fools. I am the Paul Addishon. I am a soon-to-be eminent politician, a man whose name will go down in history. You should be ashamed that you've never heard of me before. Ah, there you go. He's a politician. Got it. There you go. I knew there was one in there somewhere. Paul Addishon. So it's Addishon. Okay, got it. I appreciate that. Is he really that famous of a politician, Apollo? Aw, Loki needs to go out, guys. I gotta take the dog out really quick. And then we will be back to learn more about Paul Tishon. That one's not so bad. I'm alright with that one. Alright, I'll be right back, guys.
just drinker. I care about this body of mine. Staying fit, healthy, trim. Milk is beautiful nutrition without a lot of calories. And even if you never give your body this kind of workout, think about what you do give it. Milk, it does a body good.
Feel like you're part of the Olympic action. Play McDonald's. When the U.S. wins, you win Olympic game.
What is that, Mom? Basketball. The U.S. wins. Then we win.
When the U.S. wins a medal in the event on your game card, you win a Big Mac. Or regular fries. Or regular Coca-Cola. Or win up to $10,000 instantly. So go to McDonald's and collect your game cards. Because when the U.S. wins, you win.
Way to go, Mom.
Celebrate the new year with savings. Like this honey glaze ham. Be a great 2020.
You have no idea what's in store for you.
Ethel, they're playing our song. Ethel, they're playing our song.
When you're the life of the party, you never sit.
Ethel, they're playing our song.
But your dirty dishes do, and that can leave you with a real headache the next morning. That's the time to reach for Sunlight dishwasher detergent. Lemon Scent Sunlight cuts tough, stuck on food easily. Nothing cleans dishes that sit better. Try Lemon Sunlight. It really stands up to dishes that sit.
We are Nintendo Ultimate TV Game System. Aim your zapper gun. You cannot beat us. Even with your robot partner, you cannot beat us. Discover new worlds. You cannot beat us. We are Nintendo. We challenge borders. You cannot beat us.
Watch Zelda become a legend on your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda! After us!
Which way to go?
Good time. Peanut!
Reverse!
Zelda! Zelda! Zelda!
The Legend of Zelda. A never-ending adventure new for your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda!
Used to be you couldn't meet a stranger in Mallard Falls. And if you did, you'd always receive a friendly wave. Doors remained unlocked, and the laughter of children echoed through the streets. But that era feels like a fading dream, lost in the shadows of our present reality. How did we spiral into this mess? The rampant violence, the insidious grip of drugs, the corruption that seeps into the very fabric of our society. Fear has become an unwelcome companion, lurking in every corner. Have we pushed the boundaries of redemption too far? Can justice still find its way to the people it's meant to protect? Some are quick to blame the leaving of the logging industry, the pivotal moment when our town's heart started to wither. Others point fingers at the younger generation, accusing them of harboring desolate ideas about the world. And then there are those who throw statistics in my face, claiming that violent crime rose by a staggering 40% since I took office as county sheriff. They brand me as incompetent, accusing me of devoting more time to my real estate endeavors than combating crime. But come on now. In this day and age, who doesn't have a side hustle to keep their head above water?
And now the county council has the audacity to launch an investigation against me, questioning my use of county funds. They scoff at the notion of a $6,000 espresso machine, and the nacho cheese maker, and even the fancy rainfall shower heads I personally installed in the men's locker room. Can they not understand the importance of comfort and morale for those who risk their lives daily? Have they ever felt the rejuvenation of standing beneath a rainfall showerhead? A moment of respite in a world gone mad. And who in their right mind can resist the allure of nachos? I dare say a plate of those golden cheesy delights have been known to coax confessions from the most hardened souls. Yet, when I arrive at scenes like this...
Alright. We are back. Got the dog fed, and he went out, and he's been a good boy. So let's get back to it, shall we? Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Let me get situated here. Put my phone away. And here we go. Not that I know of. What was just said? I'm assumed to be an eminent politician, a man whose name will go down in history. You should be ashamed that you've never heard of me before. Is he really that famous of a politician, Apollo? Oh, that's what he asked. Not that I know of. I'm running for a seat on the local council right now. Guess even Jerk Q Public has to... Wait, hold on. I guess even Jerk Q Public has to start somewhere. Jerk Q Public? Am I not getting something there either? But my election is a sure thing, I'm told. After all, my grandfather was a famous politician with untold influence. In short, I'm the chosen one, the golden boy, the powerhouse of politics. And rider of his grandfather's coattails. Are you blinded by my majesty? Go ahead, bask in the resplendent glory that is me, the chosen one. Sure. A pleasant day to you, good people of Kurain. I am Paul Addison. It's time to reclaim the glory of Kurain together. A convenience store on every corner, a karaoke bar in every home. A vote for Paul Addison is a vote for a happier, hopier Kurain village.
Turn off that infernal racket, you fool! You're a stain on your grandfather's good name.
Thank you, good sir. Your support is appreciated, as always. I guess he's one of those people who only hears what they want to hear. In other words, he's a model politician. Oh, zing. Nice one. Now, where was I? Oh, right. You were in the doctor's house. Just what in the world were you doing in there, And this guy's the murderer for sure. He's got murder written all over his face. Alright, we're gonna talk to him now, I guess. Politician. Attention. Is this what you ride around in when you're campaigning? That's right. It's perfect for the narrow roads and steep hills here in this village. It has a top speed of 5 miles per hour, but it suffers from serious reliability issues. Namely, these imbeciles tire out too quickly.
We'll try harder next time, sir.
Poor guys, they're exhausted and covered in sweat. The Addison family has been in politics for generations, even back in the old country. Really? My father, Abe Addison, was a prominent member of Congress. And he was born right here in Kurain. There isn't a person here who hasn't heard of him. All I asked about was his planking. You must have heard of the Addisons. I'm even reviving our old country campaigning style. Oh, politics aren't really my thing. Juicy?
I don't recall ever reading about them at school.
Young people today. You people really need to pay more attention to politics.
Okay, the doctor's house.
So, what business did you have with that what business did you have at Dr. Buff's house?
He was going to transfer ownership of the Founder's Orb to us. It's a sacred relic from the Kingdom of Karain.
The Founder's Orb? So you tried to get your hands on it, did you?
Wait, what do you know about the orb?
I know that it's mine, that's what.
How do you figure that?
Because I know it's not the Founder's Orb. Its real name is the Crystal of Amy Faye.
The Crystal of Amy Faye?
That's right. It's been passed down for generations in the Attition family. Until it was stolen, that is. But just when I had zeroed in on the culprit, the doctor hid it away and then kicked the bucket.
So you're saying Dr. Buff stole your family heirloom?
That's not what Dirk said. Strange.
But I've been told the doctor himself said that. He had the Founder's Orb.
It's all that weird foreigner's doing. He filled the doctor's head with nonsense. Nonsense like the Crystal of Amy Faye being the Founder's Orb.
Weird foreigner?
Could he mean...
Is this the foreigner you're talking about? That's a reball?
Yes, that's him.
I thought so.
Now we really have to find Dats.
Ask him about Dats. Dats, what's up?
Do you know where this man is now? I imagine he's at the detention center by now. I called the authorities after I found him hiding in my dog's doghouse.
What?
That buffoon.
Well, at least we know where he is now.
Let's head over to the detention center and see what he knows about the Founder's Orb. So you really are after my crystal?
No, we're looking for the Founder's Orb. We have an agreement to prove it.
Well, just so you know... Oh, my bad. I forgot to switch.
Thanks, Togepi.
Well, just so you know, you're not going to lay a finger on it. It's mine. And I intend to give it to my benefactor.
Your benefactor?
Your benefactor.
Oh, what did Crispy say? What's that? I feel bad for my neighbor and her assistant's doggo.
Oh yeah, that sucks, Crispy. I'm sorry to hear about that. It's a sad story.
Alright, your benefactor, tell me.
My benefactor is ready to support my rise to the pinnacle of the political world. They have immense influence here, you see, and I intend to harness that influence.
So you're just going to give your family heirloom away to this person?
That's right. It's a purely political decision.
And in exchange, your patron will give the people of Kurain to vote for you? Will get the people of... Yeah.
Eminent politicians are skilled at leveraging all of their connections.
Oops, wrong button. Isn't it illegal to buy votes?
Well, good luck with that, I guess. You just wait. Politician will reign supreme someday.
Alright, dude, I don't look forward to it. Should we try presenting something? I guess this is him talking about the Founder's Orb? I don't know what to say to this. Probably nothing.
What do you think about this?
Yeah, probably nothing.
Politician is the squeaky clean candidate. So if you're going to bribe me, try to be a little more subtle about it, would you?
Huh? I wasn't trying to bribe you.
Don't accept any bribes unless they come in unmarked bills. This is but a fraction of my political wisdom my grandfather shared with me. Better luck next time.
After a spin cycle or two with those bills, I bet I'd be squeaky clean too. Laundering money, is that the joke there? Alright. So I guess we need to go to the detention center now. We can get away from this loser. Can't trust anyone called Paul. Anecdotal evidence. Yeah, well, this Paul sucks, that's for sure. May 16th, detention center, visitors room. Oh, enemies are everywhere. Hey. Yipes! What's he doing under the desk? Foul cogs of the corrupt regime. I have nothing to say to you. It's me, Dirk. Oh, Dirk, you're a sight for sore eyes. I knew you'd come to save me. Well, this is another fine mess you've gotten yourself into. My bad, my bad. At least the grub here is pretty good compared to that prison back home. You get 3 squares plus a place to sleep. Why don't you join me, Dirk? No thanks. They just sent me back to Coleraine where I'd face imminent execution. Or immediate. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be such a good idea. Looks like he's still the same too. Long time no see, Dats. Huh? Hey, you look kinda familiar. Oh, Apollo! Is it really you, my boy? A to the J, all grown up and whatnot? Have you been? Fine. And you, Dats? You look good, besides the incarceration and all. Those horns, AJ. Horns? They've grown up with you, just like a stage antler, or a stag's antlers. I can't take it. You really haven't changed a bit. Anyway, there's something we need to talk to you about. Sure, pull up a chair. We've got all the time in the world. The slammer's like a second home. It's really not so bad once you get used to it.
He's rather laid back for someone in police custody.
Let's talk to Dats about the orb.
Dats, was what the doctor had really the Founder's Orb?
Absolutely, positively. The doctor was sure of it.
Really? Because someone from the village is calling it the Crystal of Amy Faye. He also claims you were filling the doctor's head with lies. That face.
That ain't true. The doc said he was sure if it was the real deal.
All his fancy research confirmed it was the Founder's Orb. So then that politician character was lying. Imagine that. Politician who lies.
I bet he wants the orb all to himself.
I wonder who's telling the truth.
Well, take a look at this. It proves the doc believed he had the Founder's Orb.
Let me see that. Orb transfer agreement. I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons. If it will come to no harm. Signed, Dr. Archie Buff.
See? I got it all down in writing.
But Dats, why does it say if it will come to no harm at the end here?
Sounds like he was scared of you.
Dats, did you threaten the doctor in any way?
No, you got it all wrong. It was the it was the doc's friend. He told the old man us rebels were dangerous. It was his fault the doc thought I might hurt him.
Sounds like the work of that politician. He's really made a mess of things. Orb transfer agreement states I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if it will come to no harm. Reason for the arrest.
What have you done now, Tats? Nothing. I'm innocent, I tell you. It all started when this dog-faced cop tried to question me. He looked so funny I started laughing at him. That's when they came after me. But it was hilarious, I tell you. I mean, a human police dog? How funny is that?
Right, so what happened after that?
They caught me hiding in a doghouse. Dang pooch ratted me out. I guess that's what I get for laughing at one of his doggy comrades.
Sounds like the dog's got the last laugh.
That's when you cleared of those jailbreak charges? And you're captured by Lady Kira, deemed unlawful. Yeah, but the cops here don't seem to like me anyway.
What are the charges this time?
Unauthorized entry or something like that. They think I'm an illegal alien. And I can't prove otherwise because I lost my passport.
Is there any way they'd let you go?
Not without my passport. If only I had it. Dirk, AJ, you gotta find my passport.
All right, we'll find it. One more thing to add to our to-do list. Now, where might Dax's passport be?
Probably in that suitcase, right? As if you're playing this case in November.
November? What about?
Oh, because of the voting stuff? Political stuff, is that what you're saying? Oh, about the orb's whereabouts. Maybe the doc's kid knows something.
The doctor has a kid?
Yeah, a bit of a shut-in, though. Poor thing's own bedroom. Wait, damn it. The poor thing's own bedroom has become like a self-imposed prison.
A shut-in? Sounds like it will be a challenge just to get a conversation going.
Time for your questioning. Follow me. It must be lunchtime. Today is fried chicken, if I'm not mistaken. You'll get your lunch if you behave yourself. Dirk, AJ, I'll see you guys around. Our only lead now is Dr. Buff's kid. But luring a shut-in out is not going to be easy, I know. Guess we need to go back to the doctor's study. Assuming I know where to get his passport from. May 16th. Kurain Village Doctor's Study. Just had a local election. It sucks that you get a fine if you don't vote. Nah. Actually, that could be a nice thing just to get people to vote, though. Like, we have a problem, at least over here, I feel, that not enough people vote sometimes, so you don't get represented if you don't vote. So, I don't know. Definitely some good debate around that, probably.
Oh, it's you again.
Who's this? Oh, Emma.
Looking for Mr. Wright? He was just here a second ago.
Oh, is he here? Oh, sweet. Where's he at?
He was?
What was Daddy doing here?
Good question.
He said he was looking for something.
Did he say anything else?
Let me think. Something about how his ride never showed up at the airport.
Oh my god. Athena never picked him up?
Yes, that was it.
I guess Athena really did get lost.
But what's Daddy doing all the way out here in the first place? He can't be looking for us since no one told him we'd be here. Well, if you're here to take another look around, be my guest. I have other work to do, so if you'll excuse me.
Of course. Thanks, Emma.
First and foremost, we better find Dad's passport. We should also have a word with Dr. Buff's child.
Hey, is it just me? Or is there something new in here?
There's that thing on the floor, right? Oh, you mean that thing? Yeah. We should take a closer look at that, too. Let's not forget about Tats's passport. It should be around here somewhere. Yes, it should. There weren't enough people willing to vote in the past, so that's why they had to implement a fine. Yeah, I feel like we're getting to that point over here too sometimes. So yeah, I imagine that's probably what it was. It's definitely
a problem you got to solve to get people to actually, you know, get involved, right? What's this? A model helicopter?
Don't you know anything, Apollo? It's a drone. They're all the rage right now. I bet it belongs to the doctor's kid.
We need to ask them about the orb's whereabouts.
Yeah, but luring out a shut-in isn't going to be easy.
That's a suitcase.
Maybe his passport's in there. It's no good. It's locked tight.
We should have asked him for a key. Yeah, probably should have, dude. They could incentivize people to vote free hat. Yeah, but I wonder if yeah, I don't know. What if you just gave people like the fine instead of it being a fine, it was a reward? You think it would get as many people to to do it? That could be an interesting experiment. Like, what if instead of whatever they're fining you, they actually just gave you that? Like after you voted, okay, well here you go. Here's your bit of money. Thank you.
What are you going to do about Datz's passport?
It's probably right there inside his suitcase, but we can't get it open.
Why don't I take it over to Dad so he can unlock it? That way, you guys can continue looking for the orb.
Good thinking, Trucy.
Okay, here I go. Huh? What the? This thing weighs a ton.
Let me try. Jeez, how can a suitcase be so heavy? Is it filled with bricks or something? Knowing Dats, he probably packed his dumbbells in there. Certainly much too heavy to lug all the way to the detention center. How convenient for the story, I'm sure. I go if they gave me a free Big Mac. Hey, that's a free meal. Yeah, might as well just give you enough just to get the free meal or something. Give you a coupon. Then you could have it like sponsored by local companies or something. What if a company? I guess a company probably could do that. Just give out coupons at like a voting place. I wonder if you could do that in America, or if that's considered like a bad thing. I don't know. There could be complicated laws around that here, for all I know. I was just about to say they could set up buffets at polling stations. Yeah, they really should. In fact, I think if anything here in America, I mean, I guess we don't need to get like too political or whatever, but I thought I heard at one point there was somebody somewhere was fighting whether or not people could be brought food while they're waiting to vote. Like, it's like some people don't want people to vote, you know? It's like, what the hell, man? It's hard enough to get everybody to vote, but then you got people out here trying to fight it. I don't know. I could be misled on that, I guess. I don't remember where that information comes from, so take that with a grain of salt. Here, let me take a crack at that lock. What are you going to pick it? He just karate chops it. Gotta click out of 1, nothing out of 2, click out of 3, and all right, folks. There you go. That was fast. I have a YouTube channel. It's called The Lockpicking Lawyer. A lock like that is child's play to me. Especially after all the wrongly imprisoned compatriots I've busted out over the years. You've sure seen a lot of action for an ex-lawyer. And here we go. That's his passport.
I'll take it over to him.
Thanks, Trucy.
No problem. Now you guys enjoy some quality father-son treasure hunting time, okay? See you later.
There she goes. I wish you wouldn't make such a big deal out of our little family situation. Father-son time, eh? Been ages since we've had a father-son talk, huh, son? That's good. They offered you a free Big Mac voucher if you helped the Salvation Army get donations by door knocking. Hey, there you go. That sounds pretty sweet. I think it's safe anymore. Children door knocking alone. Yeah, definitely not safe anymore. Yeah, I feel that. Ah, the world. What is it coming to? Yeah, well over a decade. So, Apollo, how have you been? Oh, fine. I'm fine, I guess. Is that so? Fine, you say? Well, fine is fine by me. Good to hear. Okay.
That was a little awkward. So what do we talk about now? Get down! Hit the dirt, son! Huh?
It's a helicopter.
Ah! Oof. Does it really hit us that hard, dude? Damn. Hit the dirt! Nice one. Speak to me, son. Say something! Oh, that's smart. You maggots, what do you think you're doing invading buff airspace? It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before you get past me, you yellow-bellied yahoos. Whoa, it can talk? What kind of drone is this anyway? Whoa! I guess a little mustache, dude. Drone nothing. That's Sergeant Buff to you, soldier. You got that, you lowly grunts? Ow. What the who now? Buff. Sounds like the doctor's son is behind the controls. He's controlling this thing? Apollo, let's play along for now. At least until we can get the information we need out of him. Got it. Sergeant Buff? Sergeant Buff, sir! You forgot to say sir! Ain't you never seen a war movie before? Oh, right. Let me try that again. Sergeant Buff, sir! Better. Much better. Yeah, I really like the animations for this drone so far. It's pretty good. I put the thing in me for you flying menace. Now, state your name, unit, and rank, soldier. Oh, I'm Apollo Justice. I serve at the Right Anything Agency. And my rank is, fledgling lawyer? Sir! Affirmative. Private Justice. Private? Listen up, diaper baby. Your commanding officer's orders are absolute. Disobedience means a one-way trip to the firing squad. Do I make myself clear? Oh, sir! Yes, sir! Good, good. We might make a man out of you yet, Private. Now for you, Cyclops. Huh? Oh, you want my name, unit and rank 2? I'm Dirk Sodmuddy. I command the rebel group of the Defiant Dragons, and my rank is, leader, sir. Excellent. Welcome aboard, Commandeer? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be like commander. Commandeer Dirk. Wait a second. What's with that ridiculous mop you call a head? Soldier should be clean cut. I keep forgetting that Dirk has long hair because I feel like it's like half hidden behind his collar. Whoa, fine, fine. I'll get a haircut before we ship out. Listen up, you. It's a kill or be killed out on that battlefield. No place for leave-in conditioners. All you've got is your life, and you're lucky to have that. Leave-in conditioners? Okay. Oh, because of the hair thing. For a second, I was like, wait, that seems out of nowhere. He's oddly obsessed with field survival for someone who's never goes outdoors. This is going to be harder than I thought, son. So now we're talking to a drone. Can't speak to me face to face like a human being. We're gonna ask about Sergeant Buff. Are you controlling that drone from your room, sir? Affirmative. But I can see everything you do from here, so... 10 hut, soldier! Wipe that stupid look off your face. I'm going to whip you sheltered, what is it? Peacenix? Yeah, peacenix. You sheltered peacenix into shape. Peacenix? I never heard that word before.
With what? Your charming personality? Supposed to be like Beatnik, but with peace instead. Look, it's got a camera and speakers too.
And that's not all, commandeer. With these arms, I can cook and clean too. Speaking of which, Private Justice, you are on latrine duty. Snap to it on the double.
As if I don't see enough of the toilet back at the office. Sarge's drone, a helicopter drone operated by the doctor's kid, equipped with a camera and a microphone. That thing's pretty handy. Us Defiant Dragons could use one of those.
Yes, it is a fine piece of hardware, isn't it?
I think the dog just came in here and crop dusted, dude. Got a dog fart in here, man. Oh my gosh.
I modified it especially for siege defense.
Siege defense? You mean how you won't leave your room? Ah! Oh my god, I gotta go. I turn the fan on or something. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta handle this. He just totally crop dusted and then left. Maybe he's gotta go out again. I'll be right back, guys.
Solemn challenge. It's a call for redemption. I could go for a plate of nachos. All right, boys, we'll wrap it up. It's nacho time.
When you get hold of the Nintendo Entertainment System. When you master Rob the video robot and meet the challenge of Gyromite. When you shoot the light-sensing zapper. When you play the system with the most arcade hits, you're playing with power. The Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
Who's Kirby? Behind the flabby facade, a physical powerhouse, a street fighter, a weapons expert. He's whatever the situation demands. In Kirby's Adventure, evil King Dede's stolen Dreamland's dreams. Now Kirby's fighting to get them back, level by nightmarish level. That's Kirby. He's cute. Till you cross him, then he's one tough cream puff. Kirby's Adventure, new on NES.
Daria Manor is so cool, and I say that about every zone. The fingers are striking back. Yeah, they are, dude. Fucking, the fingers are trying my butthole, man. What the fuck? All right, that was bizarre. He doesn't seem to have to go out or anything. But we got it handled. Everything's fine now. And I switched to standing mode. Okay. Sarge here. What was just said? It was nice to do that last time. Siege defense? You mean you won't leave your room? What's hardware is that? What was it? Oh, they're just talking about his drone and how the Defiant Dragons. Okay.
Holding up in my stronghold to defend against an enemy is an age-old military tactic. A timeless strategy still applicable in modern warfare. I hope you're not trying to mock the wisdom of my forefathers.
I meant no offense. It was just an observation. So the greenhorn, who ain't even discharged a ain't even discharged a firearms, got something to say, does he? Sorry. It won't happen again, sir. Darn tootin'. Now, state your intention, soldier. And finally get to our questions. Location of the orb. We had an agreement with your father. He had promised to hand over the Founder's orb to us. What? Papa promised you that?
He did, but he died before he could tell us where it's hidden. Now we have no idea where it is.
Oh.
Aw, very sad.
Papa, why? Why'd you have to die?
It was an unfortunate accident, and I'm sorry for your loss. If it helps at all, I know how you feel, Sergeant.
What I do now? You insignificant maggot. What would you unseasoned rookie like you know about how I feel? First I lost my mama, and now I've lost my papa.
You lost your mother too?
She's been gone for some time now. I'm all alone now. All alone.
Sergeant Buff, would you tell us a little more about what happened to your mother? Okay.
Mama passed away about 6 months ago. We were still living in our apartment in the city. Back then, I had yet to engage my siege defense strategy.
In other words, something caused him to withdraw from the world.
It was arson. It happened so suddenly, and before we knew it, our apartment was a sea of flames. Mom and I were trapped inside. Too gruesome to depict here in this game. But help never came. So Mama cradled me in her arms.
Oh my gosh.
Kicked out a window. And jumped.
She did what?
She was like a walking, talking medal of valor. My mama was. She delivered me safely to terra firma with a perfectly executed PLF. It's a 5-point landing technique used by paratroopers to land safely on the ground.
She sounds like a superhero or something.
But from that height, she suffered massive injuries in order to protect me. She died so that I could live. Mama!
I don't know what to say. And the person who started the fire?
He was immediately apprehended. They say he was standing outside laughing while the building burned.
At least justice was served. I hope that brought you some solace.
I've lost both my parents now. You can't possibly know how I feel. Oh, Mama, Papa.
Poor kid. It's hard losing both your parents at such a young age. You must really feel alone now. Apollo, I imagine you know what he's going through. I do? The road to recovery God, why can I not speak tonight? The road to recovery begins by talking to someone who suffered the same hardship. Is that how? Okay. I know you have something that shows you understand. And it must be my bracelet? Oh, I can't. My bracelet's not something I can show. Oh, I forgot. We had the picture of my dad. Right. That's gotta be what he's talking about. Sergeant, sir? Would you please take a look at this?
What do we have here?
It's a photo of my father. I wasn't even a year old when he died. In a fire.
What?
Unlike your mother, he died in an arsonist's blaze. But in his final moments, he managed to save his infant son. Like, literally like the same story?
But Private Justice, you suffered a loss just like me.
I have. And that's why I know how you feel.
But you still have your mother, don't you?
No, I lost her too.
What?
She disappeared after the fire. I don't know if she's still alive or dead. Heck, I don't even know what she looks like.
Wow.
Sergeant Buff, his experience is very much like your own. If anyone can understand the sadness in your heart, it's him.
Attention! I salute you, Comrade Justice. You are no longer a private in the Buff Army. Henceforth, you will be a corporal.
Corporal? Congratulations on your promotion, Corporal Justice. I'm just glad that seemed to cheer him up a bit. He's got camo cups too.
Now, comrade, let's toast to your new stripes. And call me Sarge. Don't be shy. We're a band of brothers now.
Now's our chance, Corporal. Ask him about the Founder's Orb. Dirk's getting way too much of a kick out of this.
Now we can ask again about the location of the orb.
Sarge, sir, do you have any idea where the orb might be?
It was here in Papa's study just until last night. But he said he was going to hide it somewhere. He mentioned something about a shady character being after it.
Where do you think he could have hidden it?
Somewhere in the village, I'd guess. He said he'd found a suitable hiding place for it.
So it was here last night. That is until he went out to hide it somewhere in the village. The only question is where? Maybe he left some clue here in his study. Let's search the place again. We should also find out more about Dr. Buff. It might steer us toward the hiding place. Okay, so we're gonna ask him about Dr. Buff. Dr. Buff! So, Sarge, what was your father like?
Papa was as kind as Mama was courageous. His whole reason for moving to the countryside was for me.
What do you mean?
I initiated my siege defense strategy after Mama died. Papa was so worried about me, he moved us here to the countryside. He thought the fresh air, blue skies, and natural surroundings might alter my tactics.
What a fine father.
He even quit his position at the university to move here.
He did?
He did. He gave up his beloved research position just for me. A parent must be prepared to sacrifice everything for his child. That's what Papa said.
Well, I'm feeling about 2 inches tall right about now.
There's no one in the world I respect more than him. But that just makes his passing all the more devastating. Sniffle, sniffle. Papa, may you continue your beloved research up there with the angels.
Okay, now we just want to examine again? They were talking about looking around again. Is everything new all over again? Or is there something that I want to look at? Oh, the whole Amy thing, now that we know the whole Crystal Amy Faye. Maybe we look at that again? This urn with Amy painted on it looks really old. I don't think it's going to provide any info we need.
Oh, okay. Not gonna make the connection, huh, Apollo? Is your room upstairs, Sarge? Oh yeah, I forgot about the stairs.
Yes, it's the one at the end of the hall.
What do you say to come out so we can enjoy a snack together?
But...
I promise we won't bite.
If you insist. Then I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
No, wait! Dirk, you'd better apologize quick. I'm sorry for pushing.
Very well. As long as you don't do it again, I'll let it slide this one time.
It's like my whole character is supposed to be this drone, dude. Don't make me come out. It's that suitcase. It's that suitcase. It's full of survival gear and questionable souvenirs. But we already got his passport, so we can leave it here for now. What are you doing, Loki? That's my foot pedal, dude. Are you gonna switch to this different screen on me? Loki. What are you doing, buddy? Silly Billy. Don't pay no attention to the operator behind the drone, right? Yeah. You know, it's just the drone. The drone is the whole thing. Loki, what are you doing, buddy? What's up, man? Just want some attention right now, buddy. Oh, it's doing the exterminate thing. We already did that. What's this thing's problem?
It's in Ubart, an out-of-place artifact. Papa won it at an online auction.
An out of place because it's supposed to be like a... I mean, it doesn't really look like a doll like that much. It's just doing the exterminate thing. An online auction? What are those? Like eBay?
Yes, he said it is an alien weapon that destroyed an entire ancient civilization.
Where do I even start with an explanation like that? They destroyed the planet Gallifrey. Let's look at that computer again. This computer could provide some useful information. If we could just get in there. Drat, it's password protected. Dirk, you're good at getting into places you're not supposed to. Don't look at me. I don't know the first thing about computers.
Ha ha ha, leave it to me. A modern-day warrior must be well-versed in technology and have mean pride. After all, he who controls information controls the battlefield. And knowing is half the battle, says G.I. Joe.
Click, clack, click, clack. Oh, anime girl?
And I'm in.
Looks like modern day warriors have mean keyboard skills too. Keyboard warriors, dude. Okay, let's see what we can find. Push a couple buttons, open the folder that says do not open. There we go. Oh, what's this? An email message. Now this is interesting. It's a research report to whoever asked the doctor to study the orb. He's Bart. Loki, what's up, buddy? Loki! What's the matter, buddy? Somebody here? Loki! What are you barking, bud? What's the matter, buddy? You want me to come up there? Oh my goodness, this dog tonight? Alright, 1 second, guys. I want to see what's up. Now, you're calling him a murderer.
You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. Is it a good point, though? Is it, though? No way! Don't fall for that, too, Your Honor! Oh, shit, there he is. I got him! You son of a bitch! Wait, he just tore out Connor's heart? Oh, my God! My boy Connor, dude! Wait, he didn't get in the car yet and they're driving away? You gotta take this guy with you.
Flawless work, V. Quango thinks your nickname should be...
They drove off without him.
So I guess he's happy.
Oh, all of a sudden he's in there.
Yeah, we're gonna take my troubleshoot a Stream Deck amazing. Yeah, there you go. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, Alvin.
No. What happened? What the fuck? What? Well, look at my car! What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. What happened, man? I just suddenly fell through the world? Oh my god. I am certain there's gonna be a dance party. Better butter that biscuit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, look, those cars are inside of each other. How intimate. Well, would you look at that? Just look at it. Oh, look, they're just driving through each other, too. Oh, okay. And then they're all mad at each other. Yes. The proto cube. Look at that. That's a proto cube? Are you sure it's not just a proto sphere? Proto cube? Everything's a fucking cube, man. Even if it's a sphere or a cone or a cylinder, it's all cubes, baby. Soul coffee, oh shit. Oh shit, guys. Going for it. No, not everyone's grudge, damn it. See, I shouldn't have gone for it. I should have gone for it. Damn it. Damn it. Look at all the little Rod in their little hats. Oh my god, they're so cute in their different colored hats. Look at them. All their little hats. I love it. I decided too many of them didn't have hats. I was doing one of each hat at first, and I was like, you know what? There's too many little Rothies. I gotta get them all hats. Jack's the one that's gotta fuck off, okay? You know, and it's just like, no, I just don't agree with that. You know, I like Tom. I hope the best for Tom, but he also left his baby to fucking die in the middle of the woods. So, not got so many good points for you, Tom. I gotta say. You know what I mean?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Ho ho ho, what a cute camera, just like its owner. Just gotta slip in a little flirtiness there. So funny. Speed running, speed running. Look out, whoa. Oh, step on me, mommy. Step on me, mommy. What is even, what? She's standing on my eyeballs, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, thank you for stepping on me. She's like fucking delinquent. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Oh, the cake one? Something something by the book, something something don't be crazy. Or I don't know. No, it's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you got to do the cooking by the book. Come on, don't be lazy. Never make a messy recipe or else a little crazy. You got to do the cooking by the book. That's what it is. Bacon flavored maple bacon, maple flavored bacon. Dude, that one stuck on the wall is cracking me up, dude. Look how miserable he looks. He's like, oh no! Oh god, I'm getting there, getting there. Oh. Oh, look out. I'm sorry, mister. I'm sorry. No, please, I'm sorry. I mean, what did you want me to do? What would you do? Oh gosh. Just open it, man. There's nobody in there. Just... We got another Walter, guys. It's another Walter. Oh my god, except it's his daughter. His daughter in the far future.
Are you stupid?
Just like your great granddad would tell me. So you better take care of it personally. There we go. Install the malware. What? No! Son of a bitch! Damn it! Dude, them just like suddenly getting alerted over nothing is like one of the dumbest mechanics. What? Why aren't you grabbing V? I don't know what the fuck you want from me, game. What am I fucking doing? Oh fuck!
Catch my meaning?
No shit! I'm sorry. I come in peace. Damn, dude, that's my ride, dog. Damn, dog. No. I just drove right up to the back. I was like, here I am, bitches. And just fucking annihilate me. John's got ulterior motives. Maybe John is interested in something else. What do you think, huh?
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Wait, is that Pearls, dude?
Mr. Nick? That voice.
Oh my god! It's Pearls! Yay! She's okay, guys. Pearls is okay. We can relax. Everything's gonna be fine. Nothing bad is gonna happen to anyone because Pearls is here. Everything's okay. Oh man, I'm so glad it's here. Pearls! It's good. You got me. Power. I'm lost. I'm a terrible liar. I am a woman. What did that one say last time? I am a woman. Say it proud, dude. Loud and proud for everybody in the back. I am a woman. Right now, that's so funny. Please write me. I can climb on you. Hell yeah, that was intense, yeah, huh? Intense. That makes me want to run away, huh? Run away, Domm! See, it's so much better when there's actually horizon for me. Whoa, dude, look at that. Got a mind of its own, dude. Got some collision problems here. Oh, yeah. Whoa, dude. I'm just using my mind, man. My mind. You are no match for the likes of me. Oh gosh. Oh no. No. What? What the? Whoa. Wowie zowie. I meant to do that, dude. Just like Let's do this with the nomads. Oh man, I don't know what we're gonna end up doing.
After telling me I wouldn't.
Are you surprised student teaching after telling me I wouldn't?
Oh, sorry. That's just such a stupid question.
Nice one, Dos. Nice one, dude. Because the question didn't actually make. You guys blow me away. I like how you're using the ukulele at all of them. Yeah, that means faces of Noah, right? Yeah, fucking classic. You've had to listen to him sing it about 300 times now. Oh, you can't. Every time was probably. All right, sorry about that. I am back. The dog did need to go out again. So, yeah, I guess he didn't finish his business the first time. Anyways, so we're looking at the computer, and we got an email here from the person who asked the doctor to actually look into the orb, right? Dirk says, is a research report to whoever asked the doctor to study the orb. And it says, I deciphered the patterns, but have yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. Dr. Buff, how is your research coming along? 2paw711 at nmail. Yeah, of course they had to have an email address that wasn't obvious.
Here, I put the data on this. Take it and use it well, soldier.
Email added to the court record. Data obtained from the doctor's computer includes a report on his research into the Founder's Orb. Sarge, sir, do you ever read these books?
Why, of course. Soldiers must have extensive knowledge, as well as fighting prowess. I'm learning all I can each and every day in preparation for the big battle.
Thank you, Togepi. The big battle?
You know, for when I go back to school. I'll need to be up to date on every subject. Stuff like, you know, the latest comics and Hollywood gossip.
Oh, I see. What about reading, writing, and arithmetic?
Well, I'm rooting for you, Sarge. Thanks. I'll try my best.
Yeah, who's the one wearing this raincoat? It's a raincoat. It's a bit wet. There's fresh mud on it. That must mean someone wore it recently. Indeed. Maybe even as recently as last night.
Sarge, did it rain here last night? Negative. There wasn't a cloud in the sky.
Then how did this raincoat get all muddy and wet?
When I saw it last evening, it looked pretty clean and dry to me.
That means it got like this later at night. Good eye, son. This may very well turn out to be a vital clue. Raincoat added to the court record. It's a shoe cubby. These shoes look like they belong to Sarge and his dad. Now these boots here are a little damp. And it looks like there's something inside this one. Maybe Dr. Buff wore them last night. It might lead us to where he hid the orb. Let's take a closer look. There's a question mark on the bottom of his boot. Here's a question mark, isn't it?
Papa had these custom made for his archaeological fieldwork. He had the soul of an adventurer.
This boot had the soul of an adventurer too. Get it? Soul. We might get a better look inside if we undid these straps. Oh, look at that. Got some fungus. Yeah. Yeah, the names of mangas and animes today sometimes are crazy, aren't they? Definitely, sounds like one I'd believe. I was turned into a vending machine that only dispenses grape juice. That's probably a real run. Looks like some kind of glowing moss. Could have come from wherever the doctor went last night. Must have gotten in with some of that mud. Might be worth looking into. That'll help us pinpoint where the doctor hid the orb. Glowing moss stuck to the insole of the doctor's boot. It probably got there when he went to hide the founder's orb. Oh, I guess that's all for the boot. Anything left to talk about with old Sarge? Doesn't look like it. I guess that means we're done examining. It took me out of examine, so was there nothing left? Must have been it. Guess now we're on the move. I'm not sure where we would go, though. Nothing is super obvious. I guess maybe I should present the moss to Sarge, probably. Try. Here's the glowing moss. Let's try that. See what he says. Please take a look at this. Nope, probably nothing then.
Let me ask you something, Corporal Justice. How does that aid you in the battlefield?
Well, if you count the courtroom as a battlefield, it is a fairly useful weapon.
Good answer. A military man must know his weapons inside and out. Keep up the good work, Corporal.
Sir, yes, sir. Guess that's all he has to say about that. Okay. Present the agreement to him. Let's say the same thing. Okie dokie. Yeah, same thing. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like I always forget to push stuff, so I just figure, yeah, while we're here, let's just, or present stuff. Yeah. Maybe that's not what we're supposed to do. I'm gonna go back to the village, see if we got anything here. Any ideas? Let's ask Dirk. That poor child. How is he going to survive all on his own? Yeah, it's not like he can go out grocery shopping on his own. We should drop off some food later. No, that would only make it worse. We should be encouraging him to come out on his own. Once his food runs out, he'll have to leave the house if he wants to eat. Talk about your old school siege tactics. Sounds more like you want to starve him out. I don't know what to do. Yes, what is it? Talk about an awkward silence. I have no idea what to say. Yeah, I've got nothing. Aw, come on, son. Don't tell me you've got nothing. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to help me with. Let's just keep moving. Let's go to the detention center. Looks like we can't talk to Dirk. Let's go to the agency.
Ah! Apollo! Mr. Dirk! Did you have some quality father-son time together?
And that was it. I thought, like, oh, maybe I found something. No, just Trucy's here. Okay, I feel like I must have had to, like, present something. Let me take a little peek here at the walkthrough. Try to find where it was. Oh, here we go. Doctor Study 2. There must be something in here I missed. Same the drum on the bottom of the sculpture. And then the suitcase, which Dirk will open. Tracy takes the passport and decides to bring it to Dad's. Talk to Sarge, who's controlling the drone. I did that. Location of the orb. Yep, present the photo of my father. Location of the orb. Dr. Buff. Examine the green and yellow raincoat. Examine the red glasses on his desk. I didn't do the red glasses again. I didn't do that. Are these the doctors?
Yes, those are Papa's reading glasses. He said he'd been having trouble reading lately. But those glasses really seem to help.
Reading glasses, huh? I'll just hold on to these. Dirk, don't tell me you're having trouble reading too. Perish the thought! I just don't want to leave any stone unturned. Okay, doctor's reading glasses. The doctor's poor eyesight meant he couldn't read anything without these. They were found on his desk. So that is definitely going to come up in court then if we're bothering to do that. Okay, let's go over what we've learned so far. Wherever it was that Dr. Buff went, he needed a raincoat. And it was somewhere where this glowing moss grows. Any ideas where that might be, Sarge?
Negative, comrade. I hate to say it, my intel's a little thin on this one. I've been occupied with my siege defense strategy ever since we moved to the village.
Well, son, it seems we have no other choice. We'll have to ask the locals if they know of a place like that. And now we go to the village. Okay, May 16th, Korean Village. Ugh. Feels like somebody's watching me, and it's really creeping me out. It's all the politician posters now, huh? Oh, it's just politicians' campaign posters. When did he put these up? Whatever, we've got more important things to be paying attention to. What great weather, it really lifts the spirits. I know, after our little treasure hunt, what do you say we go hunting, son? Hunting? We used to do that a lot, didn't we? Just look at that mountain. I bet there are some feisty wild boars up there. I think I'll pass, but thanks. Oh, so hunting's a no-go. Well, I guess that wild boar stew will have to wait then. Apollo, something seems different from the last time we were here. You mean the posters? No, not those. What's he talking about? Guess I could take a look around myself. Is it that canvas back there? What do we have here? Looks like an unfinished picture, like something a little kid might paint. You're right. I can't quite tell what it is of. There's that raincoat right there, dude. I think it's supposed to be nighttime, but what's that thing on the left? A monster or some kind of alien, perhaps? In any case, it's a pretty poor excuse for a drawing. Well, what did you expect from a little kid?
Little kid?
No, I knew it was gonna be Pearl's. Huh?
Oh, it's you, Pearl. Why, Mr. Apollo, is that you? What a pleasant surprise. It's been quite some time. How have you been?
Fine, thanks. You're looking good too, Pearl. She's getting older and older every time we see her. Aren't you going to introduce me, son? Of course. This is Pearl Fay. She's a spirit medium here in Korean Village. Pearl, this is Dirk, my, client.
Hello, sir. Pleased to meet you. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Nice to meet you, too. What a polite little girl you are.
Actually, I'm a high schooler.
Whoops, sorry about that. So you're a spirit medium? Does that mean you can channel spirits, then?
Yes, I'm still in training, though. But I'm well versed in the art of spirit channeling.
Well now, isn't that something? I mean, back in my country, our little princess hasn't channeled a single spirit yet. Pretty impressive, young lady. Oh, look at that animation.
Oh, but compared to Mystic Maya, there is so much more I must learn.
Mystic Maya? Oh, right, Maya Fey, Mr. Wright's former courtroom assistant.
You told me all about her. She's a spirit medium too, if memory serves.
Yes, she is an amazing medium. And soon, she'll be the next head of the Fae clan too.
Mediums and spirit channeling. I've heard all about it from Mr. Wright. He said that mediums will even physically become the person they're channeling. I wonder if even little Pearl would turn into a hulking giant if she had to channel one.
Yeah, apparently she would.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but what brings you all the way out here, Mr. Apollo?
Oh, just a small matter to take care of.
Wait, would it happen to be the matter Mr. Edgeworth is looking into?
Prosecutor Edgeworth? What's he doing here?
Oh, so it's a different matter then. Because I just saw him a moment ago. He appeared to be searching for something.
Oh,
Mr. Edgeworth is a friend of Mr. Wright and the district's chief prosecutor. Why would he be here in Kurain? Well, no point of obsessing over it.
I'm sure we'll get to see him. Come to think of it, you live here in Kurain Village, don't you, Pearl?
Yes, I was born and raised here.
This is perfect, Apollo. Let's ask the young lady if she knows where the doctor might have gone last night. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Maybe I should show her what we found in the doctor's study.
Can we just talk to her first, though?
Yeah, let's just talk to her. It's Pearl.
What a peaceful place. Ah, nothing beats mountain air.
Many of the villagers have left for the city, but I just love it here. Blue skies, lush forests, star-filled skies at night, and fireflies in the summer. Plus, the big, beautiful blue ocean is just beyond that mountain.
The ocean? What do you say we go for a swim, son? Oh, I think I'll pass.
Besides, I can't swim.
Pearl? Kurain Village is like the home of spirit mediums, right?
Yes, and I'm a part of a long line of mediums.
I've never seen a channeling before, but is it possible to channel the spirit of anyone who passed away?
No, not just anyone. You must know their face and true name.
Really? You can channel a spirit just by knowing their face and name? That's an amazing ability.
It is, but it can only be learned by those with a gift occurring in certain bloodlines and years of intense training. At present, Mystic Maya and I are the only ones in our village who can channel spirits.
Looks like spirit mediums are highly valued here, much like they are back in Kurain.
I heard there used to be so many more of us a long time ago, but now we are in very short supply. Most of the women nowadays don't want to stay. They want the thrill of the big city.
Yeah, well, you guys aren't exactly close by any shopping malls or nightclubs out here. But what about you? Are you not interested in things like that?
Who, me? Well, I wouldn't mind a new outfit or two, and, well, oh, never mind.
It's okay, Pearl. You are at that age after all. How about this politician guy? Oh, we met this weirdo earlier named Politician. Do you know anything about him?
Yes, he's been campaigning a lot around here lately. And the noise he's been making has become quite a problem. People are especially upset that he's campaigning at all hours of the night and day.
Well, the local police should arrest him for disturbing the peace.
Unfortunately, there's little they can do because the Attition family is so powerful.
Well, isn't he the proverbial pampered provincial prince?
He seems pretty intent on winning here in Kurain. Is there some special reason why?
I'm not sure, but I have an idea. The spirit mediums of Kurain once held considerable sway in the political world. Judging by his slogan, maybe that's what he's after.
Great. So he's just another politician seeking powerful connections. The ability to commune with the dead gives comfort to those anxious about the future. Tiny Coleraine has preserved its independence by the Queen's power of spirit channeling. It must play a similar role in this village.
Yes, even today, many here revere those with spirit medium blood flowing in their veins.
So basically, as politician's benefactor goes, so goes the whole village?
Who is this benefactor? Who could hold this much sway over Coleraine Village?
Watch it be freaking Maya somehow. What do you think of this moss? Pearl, do you have any idea where this moss might grow?
That looks like Mitama moss. It grows on Mount Mitama and gives off a soft glow in the dark.
Mount Mitama?
See that mountain over there? That's Mount Mitama.
Oh, that one there. And how would one get there?
You can take a bus from the bus stop over there. May I ask why you're so interested in that moss?
Well, Dr. Buff was supposed to give us something, but it seems he hid it somewhere last night.
He did? Maybe that's why he,
Pearl? Do you know something that might help us?
Well...
Sounds like I'd better find out what she knows.
Where the doctor went. Politician wants to make Coleraine alive again. Pearl, do you have any idea where Dr. Buff might have gone last night?
Well... about that... All I know is Dr. Buff was somewhere on Mount Mitama.
Woo! Why are we getting that, though? Oh, the bracelet did that? I guess it is the bracelet. I guess I forgot what the animation for the bracelet was.
Woo! My bracelet! It's reacting!
It's been a while since we've used it.
Which means Pearl is hiding something from me.
Well, let's use it. Take a little peek here. Oh, look at that cute little face. Eyes moved from one side to the other, but that's not enough. Oh, is that it? Oh no, then she looks left at the end. Listen again. Maybe it's like her hand down here. No? Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, I see there's a little bit of green there. Confirm. Gotcha. Pearl, you seem anxious around the topic of Mount Mitama. I could tell because you rub your thumb over a splotch of dried paint as you said it.
Oh, well...
That nighttime painting is yours, isn't it?
This is so embarrassing. As you saw, I'm not a very good artist. But that picture has nothing to do with Dr. Buff.
I love that she's doing the pulling up her sleeve thing. Get him, Pearls! I am not so sure about that. In fact, I'm going to guess that while you were out here painting last night, you actually saw the good doctor heading out to Mount Mitama from the bus stop.
No, I didn't see anything like that, I swear.
No, I'm positive you saw the doctor. After all, he's right here in your picture.
You think that's the doctor? I may not be a very good artist, but at least I know how to draw a person.
Okay, if this isn't a person, then what is it?
That's a rain spirit.
And what's a rain spirit doing at a bus stop?
Oh, rain spirits have places to go too.
This is getting ridiculous. Sorry, Pearl, but you're not a very good liar. That is Dr. Buff, and this piece of evidence proves it. The raincoat. This is the raincoat we found in the doctor's study. It's still wet and muddy, so we know that someone wore it last night. Now, see how this pattern is the same as the rain spirit in your picture?
Ah.
You didn't see a rain spirit last night. You saw Dr. Buff wearing his raincoat.
Ah. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to lie, but...
All of a sudden, locks come down somehow. It's like, oh, it's a double whammy. And then we gotta give her a therapy session. Oh my god. The rain spirit was catching the 8 o'clock downpour. Yeah, dude. It brought the rain. Where the doctor went. So we're asking her. But where did he go, Pearl?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, Mr. Apollo, but I did see the doctor last night.
It's alright. Just please, tell me everything you know.
Of course. I was painting out here last night when the doctor came up to the bus stop. He was wearing a raincoat, even though it wasn't raining, and a helmet with a light on it.
Sounds like he was well prepared for something.
I know. That's why I asked him if he was going off exploring again. He looked startled, like he hadn't noticed me there. And then he suddenly said, "Please don't tell anyone you saw me here."
Why would he want to silence you like that? Something must have happened to spook him. And he didn't want anyone to know where he was going to hide the orb. But where could he have been going dressed like that?
My best guess is to a cave somewhere in Mount Mitama. I hear there's a cave there where mediums of the Korean tradition went to train long ago. Legend has it, there are some sort of mystical ruins in there.
Mystical ruins? Sounds like the exact sort of place an archaeologist might go. Well, we should get going now. But thanks for all your help, Pearl.
You're welcome, Mr. Apollo. Please take care.
What do you say we go find that cave, son? I sense that the orb might finally be within our grasp. This treasure hunt is shaping up to be the real deal. Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! May 16th, Mount Mitama. Cave in trance. Give me a moment. Okay. Phew, I'm all out of breath. Ah, come on, that was nothing. And you're so much younger than me. I, don't normally get this much exercise. Oh. Need a break? No, I'm fine. Dirk, look! There's Mitama moss growing in the cave over there. This must be where the doctor was last night. Let's take a look inside. May 16th, Mount Mitama. Cave. I can't see a thing. Relax, your eyes will adjust eventually. Now follow me. I really think we need a flashlight, Dirk. Should have brought one along then, son. Do we have cell phones or whatever? Here, use mine. Who the fuck was that? Thanks! Wait, were you holding out on me? Who are you talking to, Apollo? You? Whoa! Someone just pushed me! Apollo? What the? Apollo! Did they fall down like a pit, dude? What the fuck? Ow. Are you alright, son? Yeah. Looks like someone got the drop on us. Dude, that would be so terrifying. Quite literally. But who? I mean, we could have died from that fall. He probably intended you to, dude. I don't know. I don't think we'll be getting out the way we came in. Looks like we're in a pretty deep cave. Nothing to do but to press on, son. How can you even see in here? Come on, let's go. Hey, wait! One false step and we're dead. What in the world should we do? I'm gonna save, even though I'm sure it doesn't matter. We will go forward. Move ahead. I guess we keep going. There must have been some path for Dr. Buff to follow when he came to hide the orb. Right. By the way, it looks like our attacker left us with some useful parting gift. Oh, he did give us a flashlight. Yeah, if there's a glowing moss, shouldn't it not be completely dark in there? I mean, I get why they would make it dark for us, because, you know, where are you going to draw a faint glow? But it shouldn't be, like, completely dark for them, right? From lawyer to spelunker, how do I always get myself into these situations? We're never going to make it out alive, I hope you know. Don't tell me you're scared, son. We're just getting started. The greatest treasures are only ever found at the point of a blade, or the edge of a cliff. Yeah, sure. If I'd known I'd wind up at the bottom of some dark, damp cave, would have never taken your request, Dirk. Save your breath, Apollo. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. There'd really better be a way out here. We'll find one before you know it, you'll see.
2 hours later.
May 16th, Mount Mitama Cave. We've been walking for over an hour. It's like a maze in here. I couldn't get back to where we started if I wanted to. Yeah, this cave goes deeper than I thought. Wait, don't tell me really is no way out. We're still, where there's a will, there's a way. Even ever the optimist, aren't you? Maybe we should cut our losses while we still can. Oh, nah, dude, we're forging ahead, dude. Even if we were to turn back, we wouldn't make it up that wall of solid rock. So I guess we keep going. How did I get stuck wandering around in a dark cave again? It's definitely not in my job description. Listen, son. Only the truly accomplished have the luxury of being so choosy. When I was just starting out, I did everything from street performing to yak milking. And that helped you become an accomplished attorney how? It didn't. But when you need to earn a living, you'll take on any job just to survive. Say, how is your career going, by the way? Well, it's been a harrowing adventure so far, to say the least. My first trial really put me through the ringer. My next case had me investigating a pair of stolen panties. And just when I was hitting my stride, this one prosecutor branded me as Air Forehead. Oh, and there was this other ridiculous prosecutor who wields a samurai sword. What a weeb. Sounds like you've, seen quite a bit. You're telling me. Listen, Apollo.
I'm sorry I didn't contact you for so long. It's fine, Dirk. What happened, happened. Hmm? Careful, the ground doesn't feel as solid here. What? Yikes! The cave floor is collapsing! Not again! Dude, we're falling even further? Oh my god, dude. Did we make the wrong call back there? May 16th. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Will we find the orb? Hey, Apollo, can you hear me? Dirk? Huh? Where are we? Look at that. Beautiful. Whoa, what is this place? There's an opening. Yeah, they end up falling to the center of the earth, yeah, dude. And they fall out Kahrain or something somewhere. I was shocked too. These ruins look really old. It's not exactly something you'd expect to find in the middle of a cave system, that's for sure. Maybe the doctor hid the orb around here. I mean, those look like footprints over there. Are they question marks? Son, I think our little adventure is about to pay dividends. Time to find that orb. Let's take a look around then. Take a look at that first. This box looks pretty new. I'm guessing the doctor's the one who brought it down here. It's no good. It's locked tight. There's no way to open it? Doesn't look like it. There isn't even a keyhole. Which means there must be some trick to opening it. We'll have to figure it out if we want to see what's inside. Okay. It's a big stone altar. One false move and some god might come and smite us. Oh, come on, it's not all doom and gloom. I dare you to look at our surroundings and say that again, Dirk. You've got me there, son. Dear gods, please smite me now. So that's the hole we fell through. Doesn't look like we'll be going back that way. We're lucky we survived the fall from way up there. Indeed, if that hole hadn't been above the lake, we'd be history. Yeah, look at all those freaking stalactites and stalagmites, dude. You'd be impaled. You passed out the moment you hit the water. Yeah, well, water's not really my thing. This cavern is solid rock all around. Looks like we either go back through that hole, or find some other way out. Why am I always between a rock and a hard place? Driftwood? How'd that get in here? By drifting on in, I'd assume. The only question is, from where? What's a plastic bottle doing here? There's seaweed stuck to it, which means it probably came from the ocean. It's possible this cavern is connected to the sea somehow. These have got to be the doctor's footprints. They match the bottoms of the boots we saw in his study. So he made it all the way down here. The water's washed most of them away, but his footprints are everywhere. Really? Because these are the only set I can see. He must have been looking for something. Ah, those prints. They're coming out of that lake. Hey, you're right. But that would mean Dr. Buff came walking out of the water. This lake looks really deep. Can't even see the bottom. A bottomless lake in the depths of a mountain cave system. My blood runs cold at the thought of falling in there. The water, it's salty. This lake may very well lead to the ocean. Didn't Pearl mention something about the ocean? Like how it's on the other side of the mountain? Can't imagine she'd mean it literally. Let's sum up what we know so far. The orb is almost definitely inside this box contraption that we can't open. As for the cave, there doesn't seem to be any way out. We're this close to the orb. Aw, come on now, son. Don't be like that. It's just a bit of bad luck, that's all. A bit? Murphy called. He wants his law back. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
How can he laugh at a time like this?
We're stuck here for now, so we might as well try to open this thing. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with. Okay. Okay, so when I examine here,
this thing is covered with pictures. And hey, each section also rotates.
So it's like a combination lock. Take a look at this, son. See the picture of a dragon battling a tiger? And this green and purple one is of the Carianese butterfly in Matama. I wonder if there are clues for figuring out how to open this box. Yeah, it's probably the thing that we have, the end of the song, right? Can I, like, solve the puzzle? I'd like to solve the puzzle. There's a big button here. Huh. Nothing happened. It appears this box uses a picture-based combination lock. We'll have to arrange the pictures on each side in the correct sequence. Let's see. There's a dragon and a tiger fight, a Carianese butterfly with a Matama, and a number of other pictures too. Dirk, I was thinking, maybe we should check the evidence we've collected so far. I think we'll have something that just might help us open it. You've read my mind, son. I think this will help us open the puzzle box. Yeah, I know. It was his notes that had it in there? There's research notes. Yeah. The dragon and tiger battle. When the butterfly embraces the Matama, offer the prayers as fervent as fire, only shall the Holy Mother return, descending upon us with all of her glory, the founder bestows the greatest power. That's gotta be it. Oh, and it even shows this kind of thing over here, which is a similar shape. It's gotta be this. Dr. Buff's research notes mentioned the Song of Ceremony. Maybe its lyrics and the pictures on the box correspond somehow. I think you're onto something, son. Okay, let's give it a shot. Each dial has 6 pictures. And there are 4 dials in all. The box should open once the pictures are arranged in the right order. Funky puzzle box. Here comes justice. Okay, when they battle, she in the butterfly. She offers divine protection. Or that's the last one. Maybe that was the one that was before it. Let me look at my notes. Offer the prayers as fervent as fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return. Offer the prayers as fervent as fire. That's this part? Is that them praying? Praying? This looks like he's eating this guy. I don't think that's the one. I think maybe the orb thing. Hold on. The founder offers divine protection. Then the butterfly embraces the Matama. The favor of the orb is bestowed. Offer the prayers as fervent as fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return, descending upon us in all her glory. The founder bestows the greatest power. I feel like the last one should be maybe her standing next to the tiger. Try that, I guess. It won't open. Maybe the pictures aren't in the right order. In case you be open, the pictures are arranged properly, but I know I should carefully consider which part of the song corresponds to which picture. Yeah, I think I got the beginning of it wrong, because this is like not the fight. This is them already protected, right? So maybe it's talking about a different part of it. There's 2 lines each. The Dragon Tiger battle. The founder offers divine protection. The founder offers divine protection. Could that be her putting the orb? That's her offering divine protection. The butterfly embraces the Matama. The favor of the orb is bestowed. Favor of the orb? That's the butterfly. Seems like the butterfly was the right choice for that one then. Offer the prayers as fervent as fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return. That's them praying in this orb with this battle going on, I guess. Descending upon us in all of her glory, the founder bestows the greatest power known. Which I guess could be this one? Unless it's this one again. I just feel like the orb is being used too many times. Probably not this one. I'm not feeling very confident about that. When the dragon and tiger battle, the founder offers divine protection. I don't know, maybe it is the one with the tiger and the dragon though. Kind of makes sense. I'll just show you this one. Because they are battling and they are protected. And then the butterfly one's got to be right? It's these last 2 I'm not sure about. It's offering the prayers. Maybe it is that one. Maybe the last one is supposed to be her, like, putting out the orb juice. Yeah, they still don't like it. Let me try to switch in the last one really quick. Okay, I do have a consult button. What does that do? Loki, what's up, dude? Why are you barking, bud? Loki! Loki! No, no. What are you doing, buddy? Don't bark. If you need something, come ask me, man. What's up, buddy? What's up? Why are you barking, man? It's all good, dude. He's trying to help. Yeah, if he was barking at the game, I'd believe it. He's upstairs barking at the door, and there's definitely nothing out there. It just shows my back porch. He usually does that when he's got to go out, but I literally just took him out, huh? Maybe my brother's getting home. Anyway, sorry. We'll go back to this.
Harder than I imagine. I thought all we had to do was to arrange the pictures according to the song. Times like these when you have to think outside the puzzle box. Sometimes the truth can only be found when you look at things from a different angle. A different angle? Come to think of it, one of the pictures from the song is missing. Does this mean the pictures don't line up exactly 1 to 1? So there should be 2 of them at one point, like this? Oh. Is that what we're saying? Oh my gosh, if that's a whole thing now. Okay, when Dragon and Tiger battle, the founder offers divine protection. What is he barking at? It's so weird because he's normally a very quiet dog. When the butterfly embraces the Matama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Dude, what's up, Loki? Huh. Well, I can't do the orb and the butterfly. That's not something that happens. I don't know. I think I'm just going to look at the the walkthrough. I want to get through this part tonight, so let's just try to get through this. Loki, what's up, buddy? You can come down here and hang out, Loki. Loki. What's up, buddy? Come lay down. It's okay, buddy. Why are you barking and stuff up there? It's alright, man. Easy go, buddy. Lay down, buddy. Calm down. Yeah, you'll be good, too. It's all good. Okay, let's see. Cover Paul's. Oh, that's got ahead of myself. Oh, here it is. Dragon, the tiger, butterfly with the Matama. Okay, I did that one, but then the right edge with people praying and the left edge with the Holy Mother ascending. Okay, so it was one of the corner things. So I just have to like cover half of this one. So then it's them praying and then this is her descending. Okay, man, that's confusing as shit, dude. Okay, person gaining power from the Holy Mother. So then the last one is this one. Okay, I was awfully close. Would you look at that? Looks like something you'd find in an antique store or something. It opened. So this is the Founder's Orb. We did it, son. The orb is finally ours. Founder's Orb update in the court record. Kaorain's national treasure. The doctor hid it in the ruins before his untimely death. Loki. Come lay down, buddy. Just calm down. At last, the Founder's Orb is ours. And it's all thanks to you, son. Well done. Then again, I'd expect nothing less from my boy. Oh, it's no big deal. Don't sell yourself short. You may think it's nothing, but your insights and reasoning led us here. And I'd say that's truly impressive. I don't know about that. All those battles you fought in the courtroom have shaped you into the man you are today. And I couldn't be prouder. Will you cut it out already? Before I turn into a sun-ripened tomato? With this orb, I can finally deliver a fatal blow to the Garan regime. So how exactly do you plan on using it? You're not going to try to become a spirit medium, are you? Don't be ridiculous. I don't need supernatural powers like that. So then, are you going to use it as a bargaining chip with Queen Garan? Like demanding she abolishes the Defense Culpability Act? Well, the thought had crossed my mind, but the main thing is returning this to the Kingdom of Kaorain. After all, as a sacred relic of Kaoranism, that is where it belongs. Really? That's all you wanted to do? Mm-hmm. Because my true objective has always been to find out who asked Dr. Buff to study it and why. I'm not sure I follow. The orb's significance, we were asking. The official story is that the orb was stolen from the Temple treasure room. Yeah, I heard that about. I heard about that on the news. They also said your group was behind the theft. That's not good.
We're probably on an international most wanted list now. Let me ask you something, Apollo. Who do you think really stole the orb? I really haven't a clue. Well, I think it was one of the royals. Really? Someone from the royal family? Yeah, and I've got a pretty good idea which one it was.
He knows who it is?
Care to share your hunch? All I'll say is at this point is this. Security is pretty tight, but the royals have unfettered access to the treasure room. Plus, they seem to be turning a blind eye to the orb's loss.
But why would a member of the royal family do that?
That I haven't figured out yet. He stays next to a cliff and threatens to drop it, yeah. Dirk's too nice of a guy for that, apparently, though. But whatever the reason is, it can't be good. I mean, Akaria needs royals stealing a national treasure of such religious significance? And then pinning the crime on us, the Defiant Dragons? Sounds like a conspiracy or something. I agree. And if the truth were to come to light, it would be a scandal of epic proportions. To allow a foreign national to study a treasure so sacred that it's off limits to the public, it would be seen as an utter sacrilege to those who truly revere the Holy Mother. So if this were to go public, support for the Garan regime would weaken. But that's not all. This is just a hunch. But I believe there's something even bigger here. Something that would explain why the orb was being studied in the first place. Something that would shake the kingdom of Kharain to its very core. And I'm going to find out what.
He's probably right. His intuition is usually spot on.
Dirk, why are you so bent on revolution anyway? Is it to reform the legal system in Kharain? There's that. But I'm also doing this for my children. I want to save Nayuta. What do you mean? This is for your ears only. It's the other reason why this revolution needs to succeed. Nayuta. Nayuta, I never thought that our reunion would take place in a courtroom. Oh, so you've run into each other already? Yeah, but it was like he was a different person. He used to be such a kind, cheerful kid, always smiling and stuff, but now... He tried to convict Trucy of a crime she didn't even commit. Plus, he kept telling me I had a putrid mind, and to let it go and move on. Has it really gotten that bad? It must be Garon's influence. He wasn't like that when he first stepped into the courtroom. Back then, he still had a keen sense of justice. I vowed to bring Garan regime down and reform the legal system. That's what he swore to do. But that was also 5 years ago. He'd been the shining star of the Defiant Dragons, and our greatest hope.
Wait, Nayuta was a dragon?
He was. But these days he's more like a Garon's lapdog. Talk about a complete about-face. Why would he do that? Something must have happened to him. Something that sparked a radical change. Still, I don't think he truly believes in the new path he's taken. It's not conviction that fills his heart. It's resignation and despair. I see. The only thing I know for sure is Nayuta is suffering, and he is suffering in silence.
Nayuta is suffering?
Yes. He knows the rightful state of Kharain's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Garon's will, and it's tearing him apart. But it's been 5 years. Do you really think he even still wants to reform the legal system? As long as he carries what I've taught him in his heart, I do. Okay, Dirk's teachings. A dragon never yields. That's what you always told us. That I did. It's a belief I've held since back when I was a lawyer. The dragon stands at the pinnacle of the natural world, Nothing and no one can bend its will. That's why we lawyers must pursue the truth, like an unyielding dragon, right? We must fight for truth to the bitter end, no matter what it takes. Dirk and Mr. Wright, they have that much in common. That's why I've held onto this badge, even though there are no more lawyers in Coleraine. It's kind of based on the same as the Japanese one, huh? I believe that one day our legal system will return to its former glory. And this badge here is a testament to that belief. I wonder if Nayuta still believes in what you taught us. He does. That much I'm sure of.
A dragon never yields.
Ooh, we even said it. I know that belief is etched deep in his heart. I bet my life on it. After all, he is my flesh and blood. This unshakable faith and confidence, it's what draws people to him, whether they like it or not. Even people like me. You know, I remember back when we were kids. Nayuta used to say with great pride, I have the blood of the dragon within me. Yes, that's why I want to free him. Free him from the poisonous clutches of the Garan regime. So that's your other reason for starting a revolution. Yes, I need to smack some sense into that boy of mine. I mean, what else are fathers for? I wouldn't know. Now that we have the orb, on to the next problem, getting out of here. Well, we're not going back the way we came, that's for sure. That hole we fell through is way too high to climb back up to. Actually, I have an idea. That lake water tastes salty, which means it must be connected to the ocean. But wait a second, you're not suggesting we swim our way out of here? That's exactly what I'm suggesting. But we have no idea how deep the lake goes. It's pitch black down there. Not a problem. How is that not a problem? I mean, how do you even know if there's really a passage to the ocean? Well, one of us has to try, and I'm the better swimmer. Time's a-wasting. I'll be back before you know it, son. Dirk! He's gone. I sure hope he knows what he's doing. May 16th, Mount Mitama. Koreanese ruins. 2 hours later. No, 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. I hope he's okay. Oh no, what's happening? What's going on? Uh-oh. The water! It's rising and fast! No! So it was like low tide or something. Oh shoot, dude. Need air. I don't know how to swim. If I don't grab onto something that floats. This is bad. I better think of something quick. Examine the driftwood. I've got it. As long as I hold on to this, I should be able to stay afloat. Okay. Then we got the bottle. We can look at that. Hey, maybe I can use this like an oxygen tank. Wait, what am I thinking? I need to stay calm and be more rational about this. Oxygen tank. DIY hacks. This is not good. The water's almost up to the top of the altar. Won't be long before it reaches the roof of the cave. Well, then we can just go through the hole, dude. It's no use. The hole's still too high up. I'll have to find another way, and quick, before I drown. I don't know that there's much more we can do here, buddy. The puzzle box is still at the base of the altar. It must have been designed to stay put, even at high tide. Wait, that's it. Dr. Buff must have gotten in here from some oceanside entrance at low tide. That's why his footprints were leading out of the lake. So it really does connect to the ocean. Not that that helps. I drowned before I made it out. Yeah, he's watching too many of those 10-minute life hack videos. Yeah, exactly. Oh, please, no, stop! The water's going up and up. Now you can get through the hole, though. Whoops. There is something particularly interesting there. The water's just high enough for me to reach the hole. I'm saved. All I have to do is go back the way I came. The water might even lift me all the way back up over to that wall of rock. Here goes. Oh, and there's a rock blocking the way, of course. Huh? The hole, it's full of rubble. The tunnel collapsing above must have filled it in after we fell through it. This can't be happening. No, I can't give up now. I refuse to die here. The water, I can't. I can't breathe. No, Apollo! I've watched way too many videos online about this stuff. That'd be so frightening to die in a cave, dude. Or just to get trapped, even temporarily. Jeez. Is this the end? Game over, man? Dirk. I wonder if he made it out. So this is what it feels like to drown. I would have eaten that sushi if I'd known it wouldn't be my last meal. I feel like I've been through this before. Now I remember. It was back when all three of us were living in that shack in the mountains. Nayuta and I were playing by the riverside when we got swept up in the rapids. I thought we were goners, but then... Nayuta! Apollo! Hold on, I'm coming!
Sniffle, sniffle, sniffle. Mwah! Mwah!
That was a close one. Thought I'd lost you two.
I'm sorry, Dirk.
All right, that's enough now. Didn't I teach you that boys don't cry?
Thank you, Father. Sniffle, hiccup, hiccup. You could have been killed. But you risked your life to save us. Why?
What a silly question. What father wouldn't risk his life to save his two children? Nayuta, Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call when you need me, understand? Hey, Dirk? This isn't forever, right? You'll bring me back from America someday, right? Of course. I'll come pick you up as soon as things settle down here. Promise.
Okay, you promised.
Dirk, I waited and waited for the day you'd come and take me home. But you never came. That's why I tried to forget about you. In my life back in Coleraine. Dirk, Why? Why didn't you? No. No. Apollo, can you hear me? What a nice picture. Dirk? Still can't swim, huh? You came back. But why? I said I'd come for you, didn't I? Yeah, but you can't hold me and swim. We're both going to... Stop talking. You'll bite your tongue. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're being pulled under. What's going on? What is happening? What is happening, dude? What the hell? Question marks. Oh, look, we're back at the village. Oh, where? Oh, you finally came to, son. Get your fill of seawater? Good thing your name's not Neptune. Dirk. Oh, you're telling me. Check it out, snot's coming out of his nose.
What a miraculous escape! Not even some of the escape artists' greats could pull that off.
What on earth happened? Sorry it took me so long, son. I made it to the ocean, but I figured you'd still couldn't swim. So I found a local fisherman and had him take us out near the undersea cavern. He tied a rope to me and I came and grabbed you, then he yanked me back. Oh, so that's what pulled us under with such force.
Don't forget about me. I assisted in your escape act too, Polly.
I've helped compatriots escape from all sorts of places. Mountain jails, island prisons. But an undersea cavern? Now that was a first.
Dirk, he risked his life for me.
Dirk, I'm only alive because of you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I, just didn't want any father, or I did what any father would do for his son. My bad.
He saved my life yet again.
Growl, are we hungry now? I guess seawater doesn't make for much of a meal.
It's because Polly didn't have any sushi.
Oh yeah, I haven't eaten anything since this morning.
Oh, that's right. Hey, AJ. Dirk had me buy this for you. Thought you might be hungry. Ready to have some this time around? Yeah. Thanks.
Chomp, nom nom nom.
Oh wow, this is delicious. Glad you approve. I'd better get some before you eat them all. Chomp chomp chew chew chew.
Just like old times. Dirk used to slice up the fish he caught, and we'd all eat fresh sashimi together. He used to talk about all the vitamins and minerals packed in the raw fish.
Chomp, munch, munch, munch. Hey, by the way, let me see that orb, AJ. Here you go. Whoa, that's what it looks like.
You found the legendary treasure. Nice work, Polly.
Thanks. Guess you could say mission accomplished. With the orb, our revolution can take a big step forward. Let's celebrate the eve of our revolution. We'll get all dressed up and feast till dawn. Yeah, now you're talking. Time to party.
After all that, I just want to go to bed. Sure wish Nayuta was here. Maybe one day, we'll enjoy times like these together again. The revolution. If it can bring back those happy days, you can sign me up for it.
Sorry to interrupt your little party, but I'm here for my crystal. Is it the... yeah. Right, left, halt! Ah, it's him again. Well done. Then again, I always knew you could do it. After all, we politicians must be excellent judges of character. Still, I'm impressed you both made it out of there alive. Wait, I'm impressed you both made it out of there alive. Wait a second. You're the one who shoved us into that pit? It sounds so bad when you say it like that. All I did was give you a little nudge in the right direction. Now, why the hell was he in there? So it was you. Whoa. You no good. You no good son of a... Eep! Don't look at me like that. The crystal of Amy Faye is mine. Now, hand it over. Over my dead body. Ah! Detective, help! Uh-oh. Is Emma gonna make us do it?
Yeah, I know.
Emma? What's going on here?
He filed a police report. He claims you're trying to steal his family heirloom.
That's him. The one with the long hair. Arrest him this instant. He's the thief that made off with the Attitian family's most precious heirloom. For some reason, every time I see his name, I stutter. I stumble on it.
Well, I suppose I should ask you to come in for questioning.
Down at the police station? I think I'll pass. After all, Mr. Attitian seems bent on having me arrested on theft charges.
This is not good. If Dirk gets arrested, he'll be sent back to Coleraine to face execution.
Sorry, but now that I know you have the crystal, or orb as you call it, I must insist. Will you please come with me, sir?
Emma, I'm afraid I can't let you take Dirk in. He received the orb from Dr. Buff in a perfectly legal transaction.
Is that so? Can you prove it?
Of course. This should sufficiently prove that the orb now belongs to Dirk. The agreement, of course. Of course, the agreement. Take a look at this agreement.
What do we have here? Let's see. I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if it will come to no harm. It appears to be a perfectly legal agreement.
Not so fast. That's not the Founder's Orb. It's the crystal of Amy Faye, which means their agreement is null and void.
This is going nowhere fast.
You can say that again. Then we'll just have to go to trial. Is this Edgeworth or something? Right, Apollo? Oh, it's Phoenix. Mr. Wright!
Daddy!
What's with you two? You look like you just saw a ghost.
Oh, yeah. Emma mentioned she'd seen him around.
What are you doing in Corrine Village, Mr. Wright? Mr. Attitian has retained me as his lawyer.
Wait, you're his lawyer?
How does that work? To defend him? Legal advisor. What the hell? Mr. Wright, why are you serving as Mr. Attitian's lawyer? Because he hired me. He needed my help in getting a family heirloom back from Dr. Buff. But it seems he correctly foresaw that something like this might happen. It's because those shifty insurgents were harassing poor Dr. Buff. So I knew I might need a lawyer if things went south. I figured with a celebrated lawyer like Phoenix Wright, I couldn't go wrong.
Is this what you came back from Kahrain for, Mr. Wright? It was just good timing. My work over there just happened to wrap up, so here I am. Plus, Mr. Atishan is a very important client.
They know each other? But I've never heard Mr. Wright mention his name before.
So we're gonna ask about the crystal of Amy Faye. Mr. Wright, are you sure this is Mr. Atishan's family heirloom? That's my client's assertion. He says it's the crystal of Amy Faye. Apparently, it's the crystal she once used when channeling spirits. Who's Amy Faye? She brought Kairini's channeling to Japan, and her descendants brought it here. Her true origins are still rather murky. But what's clear is she is the founder of the Korean channeling technique. Oh, so she's like the one they call the founder of Kahrain, the Holy Mother. Apollo, I don't plan to betray my client's confidence. I may not know all the facts yet, but I do know we won't be handing the crystal over to you. What? Are you saying? What do you mean? We're the ones with the crystal, Phoenix. What are you saying, dude? I'm really sorry it's come to this, but... Mr. Wright? I don't understand. Let me spell it out then. If you continue to claim that the crystal belongs to your client, then I will be seeing you in court. What?
What's gotten into you, Daddy?
Nothing. This is strictly business. Two lawyers from the same firm facing off. What are the odds? Lucky for me, I believe I have the right man for the job. Whatever are you going to do, remember he is your boss.
How did it come to this?
Mr. Wright, please, don't do this. Apollo, there's no point in arguing about it here. When it's now clear we're headed to court. And that's where we'll find out who the crystal really belongs to.
I don't believe it. Am I really going to face Mr. Wright in court?
Daddy, Apollo, no! We can't have our agency's talent competing against each other.
It's too late, Trucy. The die has been cast. We each have to fight for our client's best interests.
But...
So what's it going to be, Apollo? Are we going to have to take this to trial?
I have to battle Mr. Wright in court? The legendary Phoenix Wright? No matter how many trials of his I've watched, no matter how dire the situation, he's always pulled out a win in the end. Can I do it? Can I really take on the man whose footsteps I've been following in? I owe it to Dirk to at least try. What should I do?
Yeah, Trucy, this is totally a conflict of interest, yeah. Battle Mr. Red, throw in the towel. We're definitely going to battle Mr. Red. We're not going to throw in the towel. I mean, come on. Safety save, though.
There's no turning back now.
If it's a trial you want, Mr. Wright, I'm more than happy to oblige. I'm ready to fight for my client, even if it means facing off against you. He's giving us a stare. Again. Hit us with it twice. All right. I won't be pulling any punches either, Apollo. The kid gloves are officially off. May the best attorney win. You got it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! First Daddy, now you! Polly! You're not seriously...
Sorry, Trucy. But I have to do this. Apollo. All right then. I'd better go prepare for tomorrow. See you in court.
Daddy, no, wait!
Fine mess I've gotten you into, son. I mean, of all the lawyers you could have faced, it had to be him. He's practically a celebrity in Bahrain now. They're calling him the Fighting Phoenix.
I'll be fine. After all, I've come a long way too. Who knows? I could even end up winning. There's always a chance, right?
It'd be crazy to win against Phoenix, wouldn't it? Because that would be like breaking his record, dude. Phoenix never loses. How can we beat him? Of course, that's the whole reason why they've done this. You know, this may be a blessing in disguise. If the trial proves what we found is indeed the Founder's Orb, then whoever asked Dr. Buff to study it may be revealed too. This is our chance to finally pull them out of the shadows. The first step of your revolution, huh? Yes, the revolution to restore Bahrain to its former glory and save Nayuta's soul. Dirk, I swear to fight as hard as I can in court to make that a reality. We're going to win this one. You'll see. I know you can do it, son.
Aw, Dad. It doesn't matter that I'll be going up against Mr. Right. I have to win this for Dirk. And for Nayuta. His salvation, along with all of Bahrain, depends on it.
To be continued. Man, that was a long part. But a lot of good stuff, dude. Very interesting storytelling. Not the same thing as normal. You know, now we're actually just disputing who owns this orb, which I feel like the guy, the accidental death will become a murder. You know, I feel like that's definitely going to happen. But interesting that it's starting out as a theft. I think we had another case that was similar to that before, where it started out seeming like something more mundane, but then it turned into a murder. I think that's cool. I appreciate that. The stakes have been sufficiently raised, I would say. Absolutely. All right, but yeah, as you guys know, that's where we're going to be ending it for tonight. We'll save the rest for next week, or at least the next part. Not the rest. We're not going to get through the rest of it next week. Oh my God, how long would that be? Like each case is like 8 hours long, right? Like at least. I mean, not each case. I should say that. Let me go ahead and get my saves in here. I just like to do quadruple saves just to be safe, and we saved in the game, so we are good to go. All right. 24-hour stream. Yeah, it would have to be to do like this entire case, I think, might be a 24-hour stream because there's so many parts, dude. I imagine each one's going to take me at least like 3 hours to do. Hopefully some of them will just be 2. I try to keep my streams to about 2 hours usually. But, you know, 3 if we're feeling it. Anyways, that brings us to the end of today's stream. So thanks to everybody for hanging out. Thanks Togepi for chatting me up. I know Crispy was here earlier. Thanks, Crispy. Appreciate you. And anybody else who's lurking in the background, thanks for coming by. I appreciate you guys being here. As far as for streams go, probably won't be streaming the rest of this week, but we should be back around probably a Monday. I'll pick up Phantom Liberty again, if I'm not tempted to do it sooner. But then we'll be doing that on Monday and perhaps Tuesday. So yeah, come back around for that. And then, of course, we're back to Phoenix around on Wednesday. But you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later. And, I don't know, stay not guilty, guys. Stay innocent. That's the word, right? All right. Bye, guys. See you later.